So far it looks right and nice, right? It's not too bad, right? It's perfectly fine, right? I have dinner too, so you guys are gonna deal with me eating. So remember how I was supposed to stream starting 4 hours ago? Yeah, me too. This cup is gonna go all over me. Harley Quinn, what are you doing? Okay, kitties aren't supposed to be on the laptop. What am I doing? What am I doing with you? Alright. Okay. I've procrastinated long enough. So what I want to do. Okay, so I can't do that. Because I kind of wanted to put like everybody's stuff together. But okay, so we need to look for this. Tiana Sims. We need to find where their mod is. Because that can go in their mod stuff. Package files can go 5 folders deep, right? So we can put. Okay, this has a script file. This is a package file. This is also a package file. So we could throw all of Oni's stuff into the grocery and delivery mod. And that would organize that. I didn't need to do that. There. So that would put. The music is really loud? Okay. Is that better? Thank you, Hunter. Is that better? Cyrudine first. Hunter! She took your first, babe. No problem? Yes? Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. Sai! You got your new roommate? How's it working out? Do we like them? She's super sweet. Good. Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear it. I almost want to put this... I want to put this in the CC folder. Sigh! I don't know if you heard me, if you were trapped in the ad or not. We're gonna have to wait to get the new one whenever they update it. Add-ons, randomizer, preferences. Okay, we need to find out where this is. Oh, thank you for the resub, love. The millennial in me thought it would be really funny to have all these like early 2000s sounds as my like Twitch alerts, and now I'm just really annoyed with them. So I'm gonna have to go back and like fix it. You like them? I might just change some of them. The I don't like the raid one. The soup. I think I might make it shorter. I don't like the fuck you at the end. I feel like it's in bad taste when raiders come in to be like, fuck you. I thought I would like it, but I don't. I think that's the one that really bothers me, is the raid one. And with the follow one, the only one that ever plays is the boxy one. I have two. MCC had a hotfix. So right now we've got this was yesterday at 1:30. So this made me laugh. For those who check mod news but not announcement pings, that's me. I only check mod news. So there was a hotfix. If you updated your game, you definitely had to do the hotfix. But if you haven't updated your game, you did not have to do the hotfix. Gameplay overhaul and sim spawner were updated by Carl. If you use Cinematically's enhanced world maps, those were updated. Zerbu updated unlimited likes. Carl's mods beside the two that were updated were cleared. This makes me really sad. Thrift store overhaul mod is obsolete. I wanted to actually look that up. New window. I wanted to find out why it's obsolete. Like, is she just not working on it anymore? Or like, what's up? Oh, Sarah. Like, is she just not working on it anymore? Every week there's a new illness in my household. It's winter. My toddler goes to daycare. It's so weird for people to be like, it's winter. I know the other side of the world, like, exists, but it's just weird for me. Everything that is not listed, you can assume is broken. So she retired Thrift Store Overhaul. Why did you retire it? Aspiration Overhaul adds new aspirations to your game. Nope, stop. We're not shopping for mods yet, Samantha. That is not what we are doing. We are not shopping for mods right now. That is later on in the week after you have organized. We are just finding out why Thrift Store Overhaul has been retired. I used to use her no CC icon. I want to know why this has been retired. Like, why did you retire it? I will not be adding the new outfits from future packs. This mod is still usable as long as the Sims team doesn't update anything about the thrift store. The reason I've retired is because adding the cast items to the mod takes a lot of time. The thrift store itself hasn't been fixed over the years and is still buggy to this day. Although not all items are added to the thrift store, even though the cast item is correctly... Oh, also, even though the cast item is correctly changed. Okay, that makes sense. Damn, that was such a nice little mod, too. That was such a nice mod. It was such a nice mod. It was like really nice for like rags to riches and like, you know, realistic gameplay. I always had to like... Do you remember... It was either Sims 3 or Sims 2. When you would like, when the game, when you like went into the main menu, you could go to your mods area and you could pick and choose which mods you would want to like have be active. Like if you didn't want a certain mod to like load, you could like deselect it and that mod would like not be active when you went into the game. Am I like thinking of this correctly? Do you guys remember that? I went to the site and didn't see anything. Did you use Werbasu's UI extension? Yes. Do I use? Yes. If I'm remembering that correctly, I really wish Sims 4 had a way to like implement that system. I imagine that just the game engine doesn't have that capability. But I miss that because like I really love this mod, but I didn't like having to like put it in and out of my game because I would oftentimes forget to do so. So like if I loaded in the game and it was already there, like, and I didn't want to use it, it would bug me. But then like if I wanted to use it and like I went into the game, you know, it just, it was bugging. It would bug me. That sucks. Sucks that it's been retired, but I get it. I mean, like, you know. Weebisu. I have them on Patreon. We can pop over here and look. Weebisu. They're also the one that made, you remember that like beautiful map that I used to have as my loading screen? They're the ones that made it and they've never updated it. Also, how do you guys like me being up in like the corner? Or would it be over there? Over there? Where am I at? On stream, over there? Yeah, I'm over there. Did I pass them? I probably passed them. Right at the top. Top right. I wonder if that's his real face. Hello? You gonna load? Version 1.31, as of yesterday, it was updated for the Lovestruck patch. Says it was updated. So it's updated. Says it's working just fine. Will these be getting an update? They're always getting an update. People, come on. Oh wait, this is more columns. Just kidding. But I need this one. How many columns do I use? 4, right? Or do I use 5? Quick, somebody tell me. How many columns do I use? I'll never forget. I'll never forget. I got so excited. I don't know if I've told you this story, Hunter, or if you've heard this story, but there was one day, Sai and I were having a conversation about, like, wishing that the game had more, like, building options in terms of columns. And I, like, stumbled upon this, and I was like, oh my god, Sai, look, I found, like, more columns. And I was, like, so excited, and it was just, like, cast columns. Oh, so I don't know if you guys have ever had these. I found them at Family Dollar, but they're Minute Maid Agua Frescas. I'm going to try to say that as white as I can. Frescas. This one is the hibiscus one. I got Eric the mango one. Truth be told, the mango one is better, but this one just sounded really exotic with the hibiscus. I didn't know what a hibiscus tasted like. So, apparently it tastes like this, but I don't know for certain because it doesn't actually say it has hibiscus in it. So I'm kind of sus. It just says that it has pure filtered water, high fructose corn syrup, apple juice from concentrate, contains less than 2% of natural flavor, citric acid, which provides tartness, and then a whole bunch of other stuff that I can't pronounce. It contains vegetable extract for the color. So nothing in here does it actually say it has hibiscus. So I don't know. I have a mod that is bugging the build options where you can change your room height, rotate, etc. I don't know what it is though. Oh no. You are brave to be trying to play with mods active. My literally, like, look at this. I pulled my shit out and it is sitting right here. My Sims 4 folder. Hang on. My Sims 4 folder looks like this right now. Like, it looks like a brand new, like, never before played game. Ain't nothing in it. Oh, this is going on since the last update? You've still yet to find it? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, so... yeah, we're gonna go scroll back up to the top. Just so I don't miss anything. Because this is gonna be for updates later. So, okay. I'm also keeping an eye on the weather because we've got thunderstorms rolling through. And I just want to make sure they don't turn like severe. Also, I'm really cold. It's heckin' cold. I need to find, okay, Andriz. Where's my sticky notes? I really just need to buy a whole set of these. I use sticky notes religiously. It helps so much. I just stick them everywhere. I slap them wherever I need to. Smack them everywhere. Where did my pen go? Pen. Oh, pen. Where's my pen? I like that pen too. Where'd it go? So I'll just use the green one. I want my blue one. All right, so we need Smart Sim Randomizer. Rando. And I also needed Tiana Sims. Okay. A Deep Indigo stuff has always got to stay like this.
What, baby? Hi. Yeah? Are you so handsome? You handsome boy? What are you doing? Oh, you got the vibrating tail? You got that vibrating tail? What are you doing? It is fucking cold in here.
I'm cold. This house is too cold.
Oh, this house is too cold. Yeah, it's like an igloo in here. Yeah, it's an igloo.
It's the igloo in my house. Okay.
Why are you staring at me like that? You just got a canned food.
You know how I put in the announcement, I was like, I just finished bottle feeding the babies. I'm heading to my computer right now. And then I still didn't show up for like an hour and a half almost. So came upstairs and I was like, I need to get a drink for stream. And so I went to grab tea and there was no tea. And I was like, oh, that's right. I went and bought tea bags. So I need to...
No, come here. I want to pick you up and show them. You. Come here. You're such a brat. You're such a tease. Let me love you. Yes. Let me love you. Thank you. You're such a tease. Yes, I love you. My handsome man. Ha! I got you. I got you this time.
Yes, I got you this time. So I made the tea. And then I was walking past the front door and the dogs went nuts and I was like, huh? And I looked outside and Domino's was here and I was like, oh yeah, Eric ordered a pizza. So I brought the pizza in and then the dogs were still going nuts and I was like, I might as well let them out to go, OUT. And so I did that. And then I looked over at the cats' food and I was like, oh, the cats need food. So I fed them. And then I was like, oh yeah, I should probably get myself dinner. And I grabbed myself dinner and then I was like, oh yeah, tea. So I went and grabbed my tea. And then I was like, I might as well feed the dogs the rest of the canned food. So I did that, and then I come in here and I look at Bailey's water and I'm like, oh, she needs water. It was just like, just one thing after another. Yeah. and a piece of beef. I don't know if I can get a big enough piece. Hold on, I'm working on it. That's all kind of shredded, dude. Yeah, it's all kind of shredded. Okay, yeah. Careful, careful getting down. There you go. That's what he really wanted. He tolerates me loving on him for my food. He thinks he's pulling like the cloak, the wool, whatever it is, over my eyes or whatever the saying is. He's like, oh yeah, this lady thinks I'm like really letting her love me, but in reality I'm just getting her food. When in actual reality, I'm using him to get the snuggles before I reward him with food. Okay. These are basically as organized as they will get. Aesthetic traits. What is this? SWS. Well, first off, we can do this. He is straight up dying. Where did the other file go? Okay, we gotta figure out who this is by. SWS. Because we might just be able to do like a general traits one. Like a general traits folder, and then put, bless you. You scared the shit out of the bird, Moo. You good? Scared the shit out of the bird. You okay, Bailey? Now this is Zerbu. I have to figure out how I want them organized. Because they all either have like, I kind of like want a cohesive look. I don't know. Meat spaghetti? Eric Ortis, like, he knows I love Philly cheesesteaks, but he really wanted pizza. So he did like a compromise and got like Philly cheesesteak pizza. Which is pretty bomb. Are these package files? They are. So we could just do no, because I was gonna say I could condense these down. Into just Boss Lady TV. No. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do this either. Because I need to know, like, what mods I have. Okay. I know this one got an update, but I'm not going to do updates just yet. Now this is where I do have like a bunch of her stuff in here, or their stuff. Because it is just a lot of like little things. I really need to get in here and organize this one. This one's in desperate need of organizing. In fact, we might do that right now, just because we're in here. We'll start with this one. So, let's see if feedback playtesting only. Ooh, what do we have? What is it? Okay, but what is it? Cool. Oh. I mean, I did just see that she had a giveaway code, but that is really cool that she got into the Creator Network. One day. One day we'll be there. One day. One day, friends. Is Oni or the other cookie mod broken? We'll check. Granny finally made it. So cute. Okay. So baking skill recipes, cult recipes. So that's the thing, is like, we have all these like bread and cafe drinks, cafe foods, canning. Like there's so much like little things. That just need like a home. Okay, so let's try to mimic how she writes her folders. So we're gonna say LBB. Hey. LBB. Granny's cookbook. Bread. Or I guess it would be bread recipes. Okay. LBB. Cafe drinks. Because this wouldn't be like Granny's cookbook, I think. Don't think. Cafe drinks. And then we'll do cafe foods, LBB. Cafe foods. We're just gonna put, for the sake of having it look good, cafe foods, and then we're gonna do canning, recipes. Ooh. Shift click. Okay. My nose itches. Okay. So then these are fine because these are just like the add-on, like the stuff. Okay, so let's do ingredients. LBB GC ingredients. Okay, this one. Is that it? This one. Okay. ingredients. And then we'll do delivery services. Little Bo Bub delivery services. Ooh, says. All right. We'll do handmade. Handmade. And then I think we'll leave the rest like that. That kind of cleans up a lot of it. That like makes it much more like manageable. Yeah, that made it much more manageable. Much more. Doesn't seem like it did a lot, but I feel like it did a lot. Yeah, I feel like it did a lot. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it did a lot. You know what I want to do, guys? Instead of listening to music, we're gonna try and do something fun. Mainly because I'm obsessed with it. And I kind of want to watch it. Well, I don't know if it's technically allowed. I feel like it would be. Yeah, we are. We're gonna start from episode 1, even though it's gonna kill me because I want to watch where I'm watching from. But it's okay.
Once upon a
No, shush. Okay. I need to add this as a browser source. Shit, it's on this computer. Look. Okay, hold on. Okay, so there is, I don't know if you guys have ever played or have ever watched or have ever heard of okay, we have 2 options. I'm gonna let you guys choose. Also, you guys forgot to warn me about my chair. I'm like a head. I'm just a head floating in the middle of like fucking. Oi! Who disconnected the light? There we go. What time is it? Bailey, do you want to go to bed? Are you tired? Is that better? I'm going tonight? Okay. I feel like I'm ahead. How many mods do you have downloaded? Arrow and Apple. I will give you a quick overview, my dear. So we'll take it from the top. From here, all the way down to here. Oop, whoa, it went back to the top. It didn't want to scare you. All the way down to here. To give you a better example, we have, let's see, properties. It is a grand total of 108 gigabytes. That's how much mods I have. That's how much space I have of mods. 108 gigabytes. That's why we're taking a whole week to organize. 108 gigabytes. Yeah. Okay, so we have a couple options. Instead of listening to music, I need to be able to watch something, or listen to something rather. So you guys have the choice of murder, how does she word it? Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Mondays by Bailey Sarian. Basically, she talks about these like wild and crazy murder mysteries while she does her makeup. So those are really nice to just listen to, because you don't really have to watch if you don't like watching people do their makeup. You can just listen to the stories. But her facial expressions are pretty funny when she does her makeup. Or if you want something more engaging to listen or watch, it's going to be below my face. There is a D&D campaign called Once Upon a Witchlight that I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed, people. Obsessed. I'm well into like episode, 30 plus something. But we're going to bring it back to episode 1 for you guys. It's fantastic. It's glorious. So you have your options. Do you want to watch/listen to a D&D RPG campaign that's absolutely hilarious? Or do you want to listen to murder mysteries? What are we feeling today? Are we feeling murderous? Or are we feeling, kind of a little diabolical, mystical, magical? What are we thinking? What are we feeling? You tell me. Murder? You got it. So this one says, were they just friends or murders? The unknown answers with Tamla Horsford's case. This was 3 months ago. I am sorry. I do not have ads. What? Ew. Absolutely not. Gross. Heck you. Thank you. Hold on. Sorry. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys know who Selena Spooky Boo is, but she's fantastic. I love her so much. She's my favorite. Okay. 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 Sorry. We said Murder Mystery Mondays. Murder. Mystery. And makeup. Okay, where's the playlist? Playlist. Murder, Mystery, and Makeup. Oh, she must have changed it. It used to be Murder, Mystery, Mondays. Now it's just Murder, Mystery, and Makeup. Okay, we're just gonna go for from the top. I have hiccups. Hi, friends. Okay. I need. How do I do this? How do I add this in? Well, that's a good question. You know, I'm really dumb because I could probably... Well, no, because then it's going to be, like, in the way. Okay, hold on. I'm overcomplicating this because what I could do is this. Hold on. Hi, friends. No, I don't want clips. I want the actual, like, playlist. The whole shebang. This one. Yeah, this one.
Hi friends, how are you today? My name is Bailey Sarian, and today is Monday, which means it's Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Monday.
Okay.
Okay, intro. If you're new here, hi, my name is Bailey Sarian, and on Mondays I sit down and I talk about true crime story that's been heavy on my noggin, and I do my makeup at the same time. You know, it just keeps me busy. It keeps my hands busy. Have you ever been at home late at night and you're watching like a good true crime documentary, and then all of a sudden, what's that? You hear something. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm like, who's breaking into my house? Who's there? So naturally, I started looking into home security, and that's when I found Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe. Now, if you don't know, Simply Safe is a comprehensive security system.
No, Bailey.
If you're interested in true crime and you like makeup, I would say subscribe
guys see
because
that?
I'm here for you
Is that okay?
on Mondays.
We good?
So, listen. I didn't know what kind of makeup look
Okay.
to do today. I was really like,
This
really
is good.
thinking
I
about
like
it, you know?
this. This is
So then
better.
I went on my Instagram and I was like, hey, what makeup look should I do? And I did a little poll, 4 different options.
I like this. This is good.
IG baddie makeup look, dark green glittery look, dark eyeshadow goth queen look, or baby blue eyeshadow and dark lip. And the votes are in. The winner is dark eyeshadow goth queen look. So, that's what I'm doing today, based off of the votes. I'm trying to think, what does that even mean? I don't even know, but I'm just going to try my best. So if you're ever curious to know what I'm using, I'll list it down in the description box down below. But other than that, let me tell you about today's story. This one I've been avoiding for a long time.
you were asking about
People have been
Oni.
asking for it since day one, and I've been avoiding it because it's just awful. It's like my worst nightmare, and it will be yours too. Okay, today's story is about Josef Fritzl. So Josef Fritzl was born April 9th, 1935 in Amstetten, Austria. Now, at this time when he was born, it was still like under control of Nazi Germany. So, not great, right? His father, his name was Joseph Fritzl Sr., and his mother was Maria Nenning Fritzl. Growing up, Joseph was an only child, and he would later say that he was an alibi child, meaning that his mother only gave birth to him to prove that she was not barren and could produce children. You know, I guess his mom was like not great. We'll talk about it later too. But it was said that she was like intimidating, she was mean. She would often like beat Joseph pretty badly. Joseph's father was said to be a severe alcoholic and had left the family when Joseph was only like 4 years old. And I guess like Joseph like never saw him again because his dad died.
Which pick
when
is
he was
the
fighting
latest
in
one?
World War
Okay.
II.
So
Never got to see him. I guess his name, like his dad,
got you.
Fritzl Sr., appears on a memorial plaque in Amstetten, Austria, you know, for his time serving.
You go by the
Little
day.
fun fact, I guess. There isn't much else said about Joseph's upbringing until like 1956.
7-1 is the
Joseph
latest.
was 21.
So they list their
so
days.
when Joseph was 21,
their
this
date.
is when he met
So
and married
July
his
1st.
wife, Rosemarie. So when they met,
So
she
this
was
is the-
17 at the time.
Yeah.
And she was working as
Euro
like
date.
a kitchen helper.
So
I think
the
they
month
met,
is in the
like,
middle.
through mutual friends. I was trying to figure it out, but they met and then they liked each other and then they got married. That's what we know. So the two would go on to have 7 kids together.
Month is in the middle.
A lot. 2 sons and 5 daughters. Joseph, he went to HTL
That
Technical
hair!
College.
What is that?
And while he was there, he got an electrical engineering degree. Super smart. He liked to tinker. He liked to build stuff. And then when he was finished there, he moved to a neighboring city called Linz. And this is like, he found a job there. He was working for a steel industry company. And then after he was there for a little while, he became a technical equipment salesman. And he would travel throughout Austria for his job. There was also, I like didn't know where to put this in the story, but there was also a moment in this era where he got
Wait, how
a
do I get back to
job
Oni?
doing mail-in lingerie.
Huh?
And I was like, what? Based off of what we know now, it's a little funky. And I was like, what was he doing? But it was only for a short time, and it just said like he did mail order lingerie. And I was like, okay, I need more. Couldn't find it. So in 1972, Joseph purchased a guest house and an adjacent campsite at Lake Mondsee. And him and his wife, they like ran this together. Lake Mondsee is in Upper Austria, and I guess like a lot of people like to go there to the lake for a little holiday, a little vacation. That's where they got like this little
Oni
campsite
has not
little situation thing. They rented out a property.
mentioned
People would
being
come,
updated or
stay,
cleared.
Go, you know, they did this until like 1996.
The only thing
Joseph,
posted
he had
yesterday
several properties
was
that he
a sneak
leased,
peek.
and this like kept him busy, you know, when he ended up
So,
retiring
I'm not sure
in
about Oni.
1995 at the age of 60. That's what we know about.
Who
like,
else
his
did you ask
background.
about?
But let's get into his criminal record. Now, first of all, there were some unsolved crimes, I should say unsolved murders, that occurred around this area where Joseph and his wife had been renting out property and whatnot. Many believe Joseph was involved. I do too, that's why I'm bringing it up. So one of them took place on August 17th, 1966, when 17-year-old Anna Neumayer, she was found in a field.
We're
I guess she
ignoring
was
this folder
killed
for
by
right
a
now.
Captive bolt pistol.
Both
And this was in
CC
Linz. It
folders,
was, like, not far
we're
from
ignoring
where
for now. We're just
Joseph
focusing
was
on
working
Mod
at
right
the
now.
time. So Joseph
Mods.
was looked at as a suspect, but there was no evidence tying him to the murder. You know, unfortunately, Anna's murder like would remain unsolved. And then in 1967, Joseph, he broke into a 24-year-old
With a list of things I need to update each-
nurse's
yeah.
home, and this happened again in Linz. And I guess, you know, her husband was away. Joseph broke in.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
so cold.
raped her, you know. He broke in. I guess he like held a knife to her throat. He's like, if you scream, I'm gonna kill you. And then he proceeded to, awful situation. For this though, Joseph got caught, and he ended up serving 12 months out of an 18-month prison sentence. I know. I feel like for like breaking in and raping someone, maybe you should get a little bit more time, but what do we know? So, his wife, Rosemarie,
if anything at any point is
she doesn't
triggering,
want to tell the kids that Daddy
please let me know,
is,
and we will switch to something else.
So she tells the kids,
please let me know.
Dad is away at work. He's going to be away for like a year. And they believe that. Meanwhile, he was just sitting in prison. Well, that same year, Yosef was named a suspect in another rape of a 21-year-old woman. It was kind of like the same situation, but there was no evidence, again, tying him to the crime, so they couldn't do anything about it. Police.
Okay,
and
so these are traditions.
On November 22nd,
I know I do have a lot of
there were 2 scuba divers. They were out swimming.
Traditions.
As scuba divers do. But they found the body of
So,
17-year-old
hold on.
Martina Posh. She was wrapped in green tarps, and she was on the southern shore of Lake Monsi.
That doesn't work.
So the forensic examination revealed that she had been killed by strangulation. Now, again, at the time, Yosef and his wife, they were running their guest house where Martina's body was found. And Yosef was looked at, he was investigated for possible involvement. Many believe that he was responsible, but again, there was no evidence tying him to the crime. So there's nothing they could do, and it was never solved. I get it. You can't just arrest someone because hey, I think you did it. You're arrested. You need evidence. But I don't know. Did they even try? Did they try? So family life was not great for Yosef and Rosemarie's kids. Apparently, Yosef was very verbally abusive towards the kids. It was said that Yosef was really scary. Yeah, he was an intimidating man, and he liked being in control over everyone. Now, his wife, Rosemarie, and I think why he liked her so much was because she was submissive. She didn't speak up. If Yosef was abusing the children, she nothing, didn't say anything. He just controlled everyone. I mean, just based off observation, it seemed like the house was tense and unpleasant. Later down the road, Rosemarie's sister, she came to the media and started talking, and she told the media that Rosemarie was, quote, dominated and constantly belittled in public by Yosef, and that he took sadistic pleasure in humiliating her. I guess she also went on to say that Yosef liked to brag. He liked to brag to others about getting mistresses pregnant while he was away on business.
This
trips.
person
She said he used to tell her off in front of the others. The worst things were his crude, dirty jokes, which he used to laugh loudly about. And this was embarrassing for everyone because we all knew that they hadn't had sex with each other for years. That's what Rosemarie's sister said. So it was said that Yosef would make trips out to Pattaya, which is a city in Thailand, and it was known for their sex tourism or its sex tourism. I don't know if it still is, I'm sorry. But at the time it was, and he was going there, obviously, for sexual encounters. Maybe he got women pregnant there, and that's what he was bragging about, but we don't really know. But he would rub in Rosemarie's face, what he was doing. I think we can all
Hunter,
agree
you had
that
said
he is
D&D, right?
really
That's what you meant?
huh? Wow.
I did?
Yeah. In
You had said
1977,
D&D. I was wondering what the did meant.
Yosef started
I just realized you probably meant
sexually abusing
D&D.
his daughter
Right.
Elizabeth when she was around the age of 11. She was born in 1966, and she was their 4th child. Based off what we know, it seems like Elizabeth was the only one who was sexually abused by her father. Now, it was said she was chosen because she most resembled Yosef's mother. Yeah. We'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, so poor thing, living in this hell house. Mother's not standing up for her. Who knows what he's doing to the other kids too. But poor Elizabeth got it the worst, man. So, she's growing up in this house, being abused, poor thing. And at the age of 15, I guess she was taking these courses to become a waitress and get the hell out of this house, right? Should we put glitter on the lid? I'm really torn here. I'm gonna do it. She's taking these courses because she wants to get the hell out of this house. And then in January of 1983, it was said that she ran away from home, and she went to the city of Vienna.
So
she was hiding in a friend's house. and she was there for a little bit.
None of these traditions
with a
have been
friend.
updated since 2021.
And then 3 weeks later, she was found by police.
And I don't know if I should
and
just
then they
take them
sent her
out or
back to
keep
her
them in.
parents' home.
I think I'm going to take
She
the odd
finally
job out because I'm
escaped,
pretty
and
sure
they
that one's
found her and
broken.
Brought her right back. And I'm sure there was a punishment for that, you know? So when she got back home, she started back taking her waitress courses. And then she finished in mid-1984. So when she finished, she was offered a job in the nearby city, Linz. And then in August of 1984, Elizabeth, she turned 18. She was going to accept this job offer.
The tradition
and move
mods,
to
you think?
Linz. And she was like getting ready to start her new life, you know?
Okay.
So
I think we're going to make a traditions folder and just throw them in there.
And is like, hey, can you help me out really quick? This is her dad. And he's like, can you hold up a door for me in the basement and then I'll like screw it in? And you see, down in the basement, Yosef was redoing the area and he just needed help installing the door. So she's like, okay, whatever, you know. So she goes down to the basement area with Bozo, and she's there. She's holding up the door.
What else did I say I was going to do? Traits?
Turned to Yosef. So he comes up behind her, and he puts a cloth with chloroform on it over her mouth until she went unconscious. Yes, he did. She's out cold. He then threw her into the basement cellar, and then he locked the door.
Okay.
Again, Yosef was really smart. He was an electrical engineer, so he knew how to like wire shit and like build shit and whatnot. And his hobby was like he was adding a makeshift prison to the house's basement. So let me kind of explain. I'll put a picture up here. There was like a staircase that was leading from the home, and it would go into the basement, right? And the basement area was like a good size. And this is where Yosef, he would work, he would tinker, he would do whatever. This was his little space. His wife would like leave him alone all day while he was just down there working. But really, when he was down there, he was building out this prison cell that was attached to the basement, and he had been working on it secretly for years. Nobody knew. That's the part that blows my mind. One of his jobs was like to build equipment and whatnot, so maybe he was like drilling or like hammering. The wife is probably like,
Bailey
he's working.
bit it and like
this is a
broke
side
it.
note. The part that I can't wrap my head around is like, how did nobody fucking know? It's so weird. Anywho, so Yosef had hidden this like prison cellar place really, really well. He made it so complicated to find. In order to even find the door to the hidden cell, you had to go through 8 locked doors to reach it. It was like this little maze. Door, door, door. And it would go to another room. And another room. Right? It's like, what the fuck? And then finally, you get to this other room. And he had this shelving that was like against the wall. And behind the shelving, there was a little door. It was like half the size of you. It was a little door. And it had like an electronic security code in order to open it. Now again, this is like way before like beep bop boop boop boop. Like he did it on his own. He made it on his own. So psycho he is. So you get there. If you get there, you get there. And then once you walk in, it's like another maze. You would walk through this long corridor, like a hallway area, very narrow, and it would lead you to this kitchen area. It was small. And then like to the left, there was this little bathroom area. It had like a small toilet, there was a sink, and a little tub. And then if you went through another door, it would lead you to 2 little bedrooms. Mind you, this is all under the house. I know. I was like, what? Nobody heard anything? Nobody heard anything upstairs? So creepy. There were no windows. Everything was like concrete. It was gross. It was cramped. It was dark. It was musty smelling. And it's just really sad. The ceilings were said to be like at the highest point. I guess they were like a little under 6 feet. So not that much space, you know? So when Yosef like first got Elizabeth into the cellar, he had chained her to the wall. And he kept her there like that for like the first year. a year goes by. Oh, just so you wait though. Now I know what you're thinking. Didn't like the rest of the family wonder where she was? Yes, they did. When she originally went missing, her father told the family, like, oh, she probably ran away again. You know, she's nothing but trouble. But Rosemarie, her mother, was like, we need to file a missing persons report. She wanted to do this, right? So they did. So they filed a missing persons report, and then, you know, time goes by. Nothing's happening. And then a year later, Yosef went to the family and to the police, and he's like, look, I got a letter, and it's from Elizabeth. And it was like in her handwriting. So they're like, oh shit, you know. The letter said she ran away from home. She went to go stay for a friend, and like, do not come looking for her, or she would just leave the country. That's what the letter said. You know, Yosef kept telling people, like, see, I told you she ran away because she's such a difficult child. She was always difficult.
No, I think I got it.
And you know what? She probably joined
split
a
it
cult.
down past the quick.
Yeah, he was like, she joined a cult and was telling the police, cult. So it was later revealed that the letter was handwritten by Elizabeth. You know, while she's in this basement cellar situation, she's under captivity. Yosef forced her to write the letter, and like was threatening her if she didn't do it. Now here's the part that gets me just gooched. I don't know if that's the right term, but Elizabeth would stay in this makeshift prison cell for 24 years. Huh? Yes. 24 years. I need my calculator. So how old is she after 24 years? You probably figured it out by now, but let me get my calculator. Thank you. She was 18 when she went in. 18 plus 24. 42. Oh my God. Yeah. He kept her there for 24 years. And like, again, nobody knew. No matter how many times I hear this story, I still can't get over the fact, like 24 years. Holy crap. During her first year of captivity, again, she was mostly like restrained. But I guess after some time had passed, you know, Yosef let her walk around the cellar freely. It was said that Yosef would visit the cell almost every day, a minimum of like 3 times a week. During his visits, he would bring her food and like other quote unquote supplies. I'm assuming like toilet paper and, you know, I don't know. Supplies, whatever that was. Didn't matter though, because when he showed up, he would repeatedly rape her. I can't believe this is real, you know? Her first 4 years, she was just totally alone down there.
Okay.
I don't know how she did it. I don't know. She would only like see her father
There's the sugarcane
when he
and
came
wheat
to rape
grain.
her. And then over the next 20 years, she would have
I lost,
7 of his children who were all born in the cellar. Yeah. So she ends up giving birth to 7 of her dad's kids. And there was one baby who died pretty shortly after birth. It's like a couple of days later. And Yosef, I guess, got rid of the body by like putting it in the incinerator.
What the fuck?
I know. So the first 3 children were born and raised in the cellar. But as the family grew, the next 3 children Elizabeth gave birth to would be raised in the home upstairs with Yosef and his wife, Rosemarie. I know. This whole thing is so bizarre. And you're like, well, what was his explanation for these kids showing up, right? I'm glad you asked. He had this whole plan, Yosef did. He would take the baby, you know, after it was born, and then put it in a basket. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he put it in a basket, but he would leave the baby at the doorstep, and then Yosef would answer the door and be all surprised by this baby and be like, oh my God, you know, like, it must be from Elizabeth. You know, she couldn't raise the baby herself, so she must have like brought it here for us to raise.
What the hell?
I would have questions, but okay. I guess like Rosemarie just believed it. I don't know, because she didn't really talk much, but she went with it. She was like, all right, okay. Everyone just kind of went with the story. Everyone seemed to believe it. You know, that like Elizabeth was out there somewhere. She must have gave birth to these kids and then was like, I can't raise it. I'm going to leave it at my parents' house. I'm like, wow, what a miracle. Yosef and
Wow, what a
Rosemary, they were actually
miracle.
approved by local social services authorities to be their foster parents. So the family received like regular visits from social workers who saw and like heard nothing at the house that made them, suspicious of anything. Meanwhile, down in the prison, Yosef did just as he wanted with Elizabeth. She has the 3 kids down there, right? So she tried to like school them. She was teaching them how to read and
You
write.
come back over here.
They would keep busy by watching TV
No.
and like listening to the radio. At some point the
Thank you.
room had gotten kind of cramped.
No.
3 people living down in the cellar at
yeah.
this point. So Yosef, being the little crafty man that he is, he's like, we should expand the cell. So originally the cell was like 380 square feet, and they made it bigger to 590 square feet. And they did it by Yosef putting the family to work. So he had them all like dig out soil with their bare hands, again for the expansion. And this took years of them digging and expanding. Yeah. Again, nobody upstairs heard. I don't know, it's just weird. So Yosef like kept the family
I
living
am
in
going
fear.
to scream.
If they tried to like leave or disobey him, he would tell
Stop
them
it.
like, oh, you'll be gassed. I can turn on the gas in the cell and you will all die. He also told them that if
Thank
they
you.
tried to mess with the doors at all and then try to escape, he had rigged them so they would be electrocuted. Now, later it turns out none of this was true, but he was trying to keep them in their place. I guess there were times where Yosef would like punish them by shutting off their lights.
Hold
Or
on.
refusing to deliver food
How
for,
do
like,
you,
days
like,
at a
get
time
rid
if
of
they
the,
did
like-
something that he didn't approve of? So Yosef, he 24 years he was
I'm
going
gonna
down
run
there
this
and
guy is nuts. He really is.
raping his daughter. God. It was said that there were times where like he would force Elizabeth to watch porn movies and then perform sex acts on him. And he would make her do this like in front of the children to
Ew.
humiliate her. Mind you, there's like no windows or anything. They haven't seen sunlight. Those kids had never seen sunlight at this point. Elizabeth hadn't seen sunlight for 24 years. So again, this is according to Yosef's sister-in-law, Christine. She was given quotes to the media after the fact. She said that Yosef would go to the basement every morning at 9 a.m. He would tell everyone that he was working on drawing plans for machines that he had sold to manufacturing firms. He's like, going to work, go down there. She would say like, he would be down there for like hours and hours. Sometimes he would stay overnight working, and that he did not allow his wife to bring him coffee or food. But everyone just thought like he was down there working.
It's gonna drive
My
me
nosy
nuts.
ass, I would be all up in his business. Like, what are you doing? What are you working on? When he's
How do
gone, I
I
would be like
see,
going through all
like,
this shit. But like Yosef was
my
really scary.
screens?
He
'Cause
kept
you know, like,
everyone in
when
their
you do
place,
this,
and no one tried to,
I want to
like,
see
challenge
like
him
where,
or
what all these
anything.
like
And if you see
fucking
pictures
things
of
are.
him, which you
I want to
will on
clear
screen, he's
like all
creepy
these
as
damn
fuck,
little
he looks
things.
scary.
Because this
Well,
one's like stuck
so
with this
upstairs
stupid thing
in
up
the
there.
main house,
I want to like reset
as
it.
their family grew
I wanna
up
reset it.
and like moved out or whatever. I guess they had all these spare rooms inside the home, so they decided, to rent them out.
Because now it
like
does
tenants.
this. I
So
don't want
there was
that.
one tenant who had lived in the main house for like 12 years. And then in a later interview, they would say like, oh, I used to hear noises coming from the basement all the time. And that he would go to Yosef and ask like, what are these noises? Like, I keep hearing banging and stuff. And Yosef told the tenant like not to worry
That
about
one's
it.
Fixed.
It was an
Okay.
old house, and with an old house, comes faulty pipes. And if it's not the pipes, it's probably the heating system. So this tenant just learned to like ignore it. And there were a lot of tenants who came through, because later police, they would end up interviewing
Oh my God.
100 people who ended up living at this home. 100. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So, April 19th,
It was just
2008.
perfect. What
I
happened?
don't know how she did it. I really don't. So down in the cellar, Elizabeth's eldest daughter, her name's Kirsten. I guess she got like really sick and she fell unconscious. Kirsten needed medical attention, and it was like she needed help or she was gonna die. So somehow Elizabeth like convinces Yosef that she needs help. She's gonna die, and like if she dies, like it's gonna be on you. She's like trying to convince him like you have to let her go to the hospital. So Yosef eventually cracks and agrees that, she should probably go to the hospital. So for the first time ever, Kirsten was like let out of the chamber and was taken to the hospital by ambulance. So she would be admitted like in serious condition with life-threatening kidney failure. And initially, like Elizabeth had helped carry her daughter Kirsten out of the cell. She's like with Yosef. And again, like this is the first time she is seeing sunlight in over 20 years. The outside world, like holy shit. It wouldn't be for long though, because once Kirsten was like up out of the cell, Yosef ordered that she go back into the cell, or into the chamber, whatever we want to call it, while he would deal with Kirsten at the hospital. So when she arrived to the hospital, it was said that the doctors and the staff, they were pretty suspicious. Kirsten, when they first looked at her, she was looking a little sickly. She was lacking vitamin D. Literally never saw sunlight. She was very pale. She just didn't look well. So they were also confused, asking like, where's the mother? Like, where is she? Who is she? What is going on? Like they had questions and nobody was giving them answers. When Yosef got to the hospital, he told the doctors and stuff that once again, he had found a note that was written by Kirsten's mother. He's like, I found a note. I couldn't find clarification as to like what the note said exactly, but he had it. He's like, look, the mom said blank. But either way, Yosef was hoping that this letter would like stop any suspicion or questioning from the doctors. It did not. And the police, they were low-key alerted. The doctors were like, hey, you gotta come down here. Something's going on. So police come down. They want to locate the mother, but they're having difficulty. So police, they end up broadcasting an appeal on like public media for the missing mother to come forward and provide information about Kirsten's medical history. So in the meantime, the police had reopened the case file on Elizabeth's disappearance, hoping, they could find her. So Yosef, when questioned, he repeated his story to authorities, saying that Elizabeth, most likely she was in a cult, and that he had these handwritten letters from her saying that she was. So, of course, he came ready with those letters. He shows the police, and like the most recent letter that he had received was from January of 2008, which was like just a couple months before. So it's like he kind of knew something was coming, I think. I don't know. So back in the chamber, Elizabeth, she's watching TV, and she sees the police broadcast. She's like, I need to come forward. She decided to stand up against Yosef, and the next time he came to the chamber, she demanded that she be able to go to the hospital and talk to the doctors and stuff and help be there with her daughter. I'm not sure how she did it, but she did it. And yay, glad that she did. On April 26th, Yosef released her from the cellar along with her sons, Stefan and Felix. So he brings them all upstairs into the home. Him and Elizabeth, they go to the hospital where Kirsten was being treated, and like leaves the two kids behind. I don't know how he explains that away, right, to everybody. Oh God, so confused. He's in deep shit. And like, it must have been wild for them, right? They haven't seen sunlight in forever. They haven't seen the outside world. It must have been like really confusing, overwhelming, and bizarre.
Not to mention they could like die from like
Elizabeth
germs.
At the hospital,
just like everyday normal germs, they could literally die.
Goes off to the side and is like, calls up police and is like, hey, they're here, So police have been waiting for this moment, so they swoop in real quick. So police end up detaining them on hospital grounds, and they take them down. Yosef and Elizabeth
literally
like police station.
A normal, just like everyday germ could kill them.
They ask Elizabeth, for more details, like what was going on. Now, in the beginning, it was said like she was the one in trouble, essentially. They thought like she was being abusive towards her kids, and they wanted answers. And at first, she like wasn't talking. I'm sure she was afraid and like conditioned not to talk. But
Okay.
Once the police told her that they were going to take her children away forever, then she finally started to talk. So police, they also like made a promise with her that she would never have to see her father again if she told them like what was really going on. So over the next 2 hours, Elizabeth told police everything that had been happening over the last 24
this
years
is a
in captivity.
trait.
24 years. They record this too on videotape. But she tells them everything, like, you know, Yosef raping her over and over again, the dank cell, the control and power he had, the children she had, how Yosef threw that one of her babies into the incinerator, how evil he was. I mean, everything. She told police she did not know why, but her father simply chose her for himself. So the interview with police ended after midnight, and then shortly after that, Yosef Fritzl, who was like now 73, he was arrested on suspicion of serious crimes against family
Ooh,
members.
okay, hold on. So
Yeah,
this
he
isn't
did
a
say
lot
serious
trait. So should I
crimes.
put it in
I
with
guess
the
Yosef,
traits?
he was like, this is a bit much. Like, he was telling people, like, he felt like this was a bit much, saying that his behavior towards his daughter was consensual. Yeah, he kept saying that it was consensual. Well, yeah, I'm sure. Locking someone up in a cellar, I'm sure that's what they wanted. Well, the police, they knew about his secret room and everything, you know, because Elizabeth, she told them. So with that, they go to Yosef and they're like, you know, give us all the information. So Yosef provided them with the information they needed to find the chamber's entry point and also the secret keyless entry code to get in. I was watching an interview with like one of the investigators, I think it was, but they were saying like when they went into that cellar, it was like super traumatizing for them and they all needed like therapy afterwards. If they just walked in and that was traumatizing, could you imagine 24 years? How much that would fuck you up? Gives me a lot of anxiety. On the night of April 27, 2008, Elizabeth, her children, and her mother, Rosemarie, they were taken out of the house and they were put into care. I know. I was trying to figure out, like, how was the meeting when Elizabeth first sees her mom? I was like, what was that like? Like, was it weird? Was it nice? Was she angry? I'm unsure. I feel like I would be pissed off. Like, you didn't know I was underneath the house. Where were you? Like, you didn't think it was weird all these kids were showing up? Like, I don't know. I'd be so mad. I mean, I wouldn't even make it past a year. There's no way. So I don't know why I'm talking. Anyhow, so unsure how the meeting went, but they were all taken. So then police do like DNA testing and whatever. And like on April 29th, it was announced that the DNA evidence confirmed that Yosef was the biological father of his daughter's children. So they're like, okay, she's not lying. And then on May 1st, during a daily press conference, police said that Yosef had like forced Elizabeth to write a letter the previous year saying that she wanted to come home, but it's not possible yet. Now, to them, police, like this meant that Yosef was planning on like releasing her and the children. Maybe at some point, I don't know, but this is what they're thinking. So police, they believed that Yosef was planning to like pretend to have rescued his daughter from this fake cult that he made up.
Okay.
I don't know when that was going to happen, but they think like it was going to happen. I don't know. Did he really think she was
UI
never
thing
gonna
is still
say
broken.
anything, though? Well,
Yeah.
maybe because like she had been conditioned
Yeah.
for 24 years.
Oh, I should have an aspiration
So
folder
again,
too.
like police, they had planned to interview at least 100 people who had lived as tenants in the Fritzl house, which is wild that they had 100 different people, but over 24 years. Is that normal? I don't know. That's just a lot, right? So then in July, Elizabeth gave her videotape testimony before prosecutors and investigators, and this is what they were going to use in court. So in May of 2009, it was like almost a year later, some of Yosef's conversations, like with his lawyers, were released to the media. You know, the media was all over this. I mean, obviously, this is like a what, right? What? So media frenzy. So when like anytime Yosef spoke or anything, like people were leaking stuff all the time. But according to Joseph, he believed that the media was making him out to be some kind of beast. He was like, this is unfair. And he was nothing like the beast that the media was making him out to be.
The beast.
Like, this is not true. It was consensual. So Joseph said, this is a quote, "When I went into the bunker, I brought flowers for my daughter and books and stuffed animals for the children." He said, "They watched adventure movies while Elizabeth cooked their favorite meals. And then we all sat around the table and ate together." Trying to prove that they lived this like happy life. I was like, okay. Then when Elizabeth became pregnant, Joseph said that he gave her medical books so she knew what she had to do on the day. He also went on to say that he gave her towels, disinfectant, and bandages. As if we're just supposed to be like, oh, well, all right then, you're good. You gave her bandages and a book? All right, makes sense. You're a good guy. I could not believe that answer. I was like, is he fucking serious? Oh, he's serious. He's serious. He went on to say that, like, he knew what he was doing the whole 24 years was, like, not right, but that it had become a normal occurrence to kind of lead the second life, like, one in the house and one in the basement. And he's like, that was just my normal. When Joseph was asked why Elizabeth, why her, Joseph said that he chose Elizabeth because, again, she looked like his mother, Maria. And also because her rebellious teenage behavior offended his love of discipline. The whole mom comment is like, but it gets worse. Because listen, Joseph said that he, quote, succeeded in suppressing his lust for his mother, Maria, but he could not control himself when it came to Elizabeth. He went on to say, quote, "My desire to have sex with Elizabeth became ever stronger. It was a vicious circle from which there was no exit. Not only for Elizabeth, but also for myself." Bro. The fuck?
He really is next level crazy.
Level of
like, what the fuck?
So Joseph, he loved to tell everyone and anyone that, like, Elizabeth was a difficult child, as if this was, like, some great reasoning as to why he did it. He said, quote, "Elizabeth was very different to my other children. She'd go out the whole night long, drank alcohol, even ran away twice. I tried to get her out of this rut. That just made her fight me all the more. That's when I decided to find somewhere for her, even if I had to force her from the outside world." God, what do you even say? I don't know.
And
So
he just
Joseph had
like,
admitted that he spent years preparing the cellar before drugging and imprisoning Elizabeth in 1984. He said that he started working on the cellar in like 1981 and 1982. I mean, so he was thinking about it for a while, right? Ugh. So when he was first arrested, he sat with the forensic psychiatrist and they interviewed Joseph to kind of figure out what the hell is wrong with this guy, right? So they sit down, they do the interview, and then of course, like, the transcripts, they got leaked to the press. So during this interview, Joseph like dug a little more into his relationship with his mom. Now, first, he was like, he loved his mom. He was like, she's the best in the world. I love that bitch. Like, she was strict.
I love that
but
bitch.
it was necessary. And he was like, team mom. But then he finally flipped the script and he went on to say, like, that his mom never showed him love, that she beat him until he was lying in a pool of blood, like on the floor, that she would often leave him feeling weak and humiliated, and that, like, he never got a kiss or love from her, and that all he did was, like, try really hard to please her, but it was like it didn't work out for him, and the only thing she would do with him is, like, go to church. So kind of sounds a lot like himself. So Joseph also said in the interview that his mom would call him a Satan, a criminal, a no good, and then he had, like, a horrible fear of her. Again, it's just like, oh, it sounds so familiar, Joseph. I wonder if he ever connected those dots. I'm not sure. Maybe they did in this conversation. I don't know. But I guess things had changed in his relationship with his mom in 1959. This is when it gets even more weird. I know. How can it get even more weird? Let me tell you. Yosef and Rosemary, they got married, right? They bought this house together. And when they got the house, Yosef's mother ends up moving in with them. Now, Yosef had said that, over time, the roles
All right,
had
I'm
reversed.
trying to look for
And
any
now
more
his mom
traits,
was afraid
aspirations,
of him.
or traditions.
So,
Because I feel like
I guess
with-
he treated her
since I
pretty
have
poorly.
those
Well, I don't guess, because he
3
actually
folders
said
open, it makes more
Yosef
sense to,
later
like,
admitted
do
that he had his
those.
mother living up in like the attic of the
I think I'm
home.
gonna go get some like
And then he
comfy
put a lock
pants on because I'm
on the
really
outside
cold.
of the door to keep
So I'm gonna
her
go
locked
put
in.
some like
He also bricked up her window.
like comfy pants
I think there's only one.
and like maybe a
window,
sweatshirt
windows, I don't
on.
know.
'Cause
But he
I'm
bricked them up.
freezing.
And
This
like
tank
if
top
anyone
and
asked
shorts
where
is
she
not
was,
doing it right now.
like the neighbors or something, he would tell them that she died.
Yeah, we've got
She
plenty
did.
of time. You guys
Yosef
continue to listen
didn't
to
give
this
a clear
and I will be,
answer
like, right
as to
back.
like how long he kept his mother locked up there, but it's believed to be around
I'm gonna scooch because I don't know if my booty's hanging out.
until her death.
You guys don't get booty.
So what I'm saying,
No booty for you.
he had done this before, Now I don't know if there was anything sexual going on with his mom. I think probably. I don't know. So many questions. I know, and I couldn't find any answers. Like, didn't his wife have questions? Like, hey, where's your mom? She was here one day and now she's gone. Or did she know? What did he tell the rest of the family? Like, leave grandma up there. Don't let her out. Like, did she go to the bathroom, like, in a bucket or something? Like, what? Again, nobody ever said that he did anything, like, sexual with his mom or anything. That's just, like, my own opinion. No one really knows. I also was trying to think, like, what did he do with her body once she died? Did she go into the incinerator? Because, again, there was no, like, answers there. Did she get buried? But then I don't know. I don't know. I hate not knowing. Yosef had told the psychiatrist that he actually had thought up this plan about locking up his daughter way back when he was sitting in prison for his rape conviction. I guess he had a lot of time to think. He admitted that he planned to lock his daughter up so that he could contain and express his evil side. This is what he said. He said, quote, I was born to rape and I held myself back for a relatively long time. I could have behaved a lot worse than locking up my daughter. I think he did. Because remember all like the crimes that happened in the beginning that were like unsolved? I think he did so much more and he was traveling all the time for work. I mean, who knows what he did? So Yosef told the psychiatrist that Elizabeth and the children, they actually enjoyed being in the cellar and that their life was normal, saying, quote, they didn't miss anything as I really tried to make their life in captivity as pleasant as possible. We played, we chatted, we laughed in the cellar. We actually led a completely normal family life, end quote. It was a direct quote. Can you believe that? What? I was like, he can't be. He's serious. He was serious. They loved it down there. No windows or anything. So the forensic psychiatrist, they gave him like a lengthy diagnosis and recommended that he receive psychiatric care for the rest of his life. And yeah, that sounds about right? So then finally they go to trial. Yosef's trial started March 16th, 2009. He was being charged with rape, incest, enslavement, and the murder of one of his children. So on the first day when he was like entering the courtroom, you could see footage of this, but Yosef, like, he's trying to hide his face from the cameras behind a blue folder as if like that did something. He's trying to hide. He doesn't want everyone to see him. Like little coward, But then once inside the courtroom, all the journalists and the spectators, they were asked to leave. And that's when he finally took down like the blue folder from his face. But Yosef at first, he pleaded not guilty to all charges. Yosef's counsel, in their opening remarks, they tried to convince the jury that Yosef wasn't that bad. He's not that bad. He's not the monster you guys think. And then their example was that Yosef brought a Christmas tree down into the cellar during the holiday season. See? Would a monster do that? No, a monster would never do that. I was like, all right. Okay. So on the first day, the jurors, they watched the testimony that Elizabeth had recorded back in 2008. It was said that the tape was harrowing. That's a hard one for me. I don't know why. Harrowing, but it was awful, right? So the 8 jurors, they watched this testimony in like bits spread out over the day because they didn't want the jurors to like tap out. The prosecutor obviously was like pushing for life imprisonment in like a institution for the criminally insane. So she demonstrated to the jurors the low height of the ceiling in the cellar dungeon by making a mark on the door to the courtroom at like 174 centimeters or like 5 foot 8.5 inches. So they made a little mark and then described the cellar as damp and moldy, and then passed around a box of like musty objects that were taken from the cellar. And you know, the jury's all like holding it and they could smell it, and I guess like the jurors were just getting sick from the smell. Besides the video testimony, Elizabeth's older brother, his name was Harold, he actually testified. Not much else was said about with the family, but like Harold testified, and Harold said that Joseph was like physically abusive towards him as a kid, and then shared his own experience. But other than that, like Rosemary and like Elizabeth's children, they all refused to testify. So Joseph was also on trial for the baby Michael, who died less than 3 days after being born. So the judge had asked Joseph, like, hey, were you aware that the infant was like super ill? And Joseph had responded by saying, quote, I just overlooked it. I thought the baby was going to survive. I should have realized. It was only yesterday I realized for the first time how cruel I was to Elizabeth. I had never realized it before. What? Yeah, he's like, just yesterday I realized. Just yesterday? Shut the fuck up, you dumbass. On March 18th, 2009, Elizabeth, she attended the second day of trial. And it was said that when Joseph saw her and like recognized that it was Elizabeth, he went completely pale and then like broke down. I don't know what came over him, the spirit or something, because the next day he had changed his not guilty to guilty on all charges. On March 19th, 2009, Joseph was found guilty on all charges, and he was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole for like 15 years. He shouldn't be even allowed parole, but whatever. Yeah, so he got sent away. Now it's your turn to get locked up, buddy. So he's been living his life in prison. I guess it hasn't been going too well for him. He's been getting beat up and stuff. Oh, so sad. I know. Tragic. And then in like 2017, Joseph, he changed his name from Joseph Fritzl to Joseph Mirihoff. Something like that. He changed his name. Most likely, well, everyone thinks, you know, it's because everyone knows his name and he wanted to like hide from that. But also he was getting like treated like shit behind bars. And he thought maybe changing his name would like help. Stupid. You know, while behind bars, he hasn't really shown any remorse. I don't think he's capable of it. He really thinks he like didn't do anything that bad. There was like a direct quote that he gave saying like,
Okay.
just look
I
into the
found warm
cellars
pants.
of other people.
I found
You
a
might
t-shirt
find other
and a
families
hoodie,
and girls down
and I've
there.
located
He was
a
hinting that,
blanket
you know, like,
and my slippers.
I'm sure there's other
I
people
couldn't
out
find
there
socks.
who like are doing what he
Hello,
did, and
Dirk.
maybe like
How are
even
you?
worse. There's probably tons of people who don't even know about.
I was on
so
a-
recently, Joseph
on a
was
hunt to
released
find
from a psychiatric
warmth.
detention
It's
facility.
so cold
to,
in
like,
my
a
house right
regular
now.
Prison. And
I
this
am
decision
so
was made in like
cold.
2022 based off a psychiatric report that
So cold.
said he was no longer like
And I put
any danger.
way
He's
too
still
much dry
serving his
shampoo in my hair
sentence.
earlier.
I came across
and
this
now
article
it's
that
just
said that
like
he gets free time
straw.
outside of prison. I need to clarify, and I'm sorry I'm not ready with that, but like I think I saw that, or I'm making it up. Anyway, he's still serving his time. It's just like seems a little bit relaxed because of his good behavior.
It just
In
like
May of 2023,
just sits wherever I,
he's
like,
still
plop
talking. He
it.
loves to talk. Joseph gave an interview to The Sun
It's wild.
saying, quote, I miss my family very much.
glad he
I'm
got
sure
caught
that
though.
we
Yeah,
are going
I
to
heard
be
that he only
reunited, and
got
I think they are going
what
to
15
forgive me
years.
for what I have done. Then saying, I'm extremely sorry.
Crazy. Oh,
and
I'm
now
sorry, guys.
he
I haven't had
regrets
subtitles
his
on this whole time.
crimes.
I'm
He
so
also added
sorry.
that he watched the whole coronation of King Charles, and that
I am
quote,
so sorry.
I'm a big fan of King Charles, end quote. I was like, all right, okay. In January of this year, there were reports that Yosef is like suffering
So
from
much more.
dementia. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
it's
it really
Elizabeth
should have been life.
said, but
Fucking
that's the thing. So
Kept her there for
Elizabeth and her
24
family,
years and he gets 15
they
years
have been
behind
through
bars?
it.
Are you kidding me?
Elizabeth and her children, obviously, like life has been, I'm sure, like
Like,
confusing and
Are you kidding me?
difficult, right? I mean, once they got out of the
He kept
cellar,
her
so like the kids, obviously, completely shocked. They were taking
locked up for 24 years.
They were experiencing a lot of
Did
firsts,
God knows
like riding in the
what
in a
to her,
car, going outside,
made her
seeing
birth-
rain, being around other
What?
people. It just
At
must
least-
have been a lot to wrap their heads around. It's just one day you're out and you're like, wait, what?
4
I
kids,
didn't know
right?
this stuff
At least
somewhere.
4.
So when they got out of
because
the
there was
cellar,
the
they were
baby, the
immediately
2
taken into
sons,
care.
and the girl.
So it's like Elizabeth.
So at least 4
all 6 of her
kids.
children. Again, her mother, Rosemary.
And
They
he
were
got
housed in, like, a local
15
clinic
years.
where they were completely shielded from the outside world. So they went from one
Okay.
locked in place to
'Cause
another,
that makes
but at least
sense.
they were free, right? But while
Okay.
they were there, they received medical and
Okay.
like psychological treatment.
Okay,
Right?
so what we're going to
The
do,
children-
because I don't know if Hunter is still with us. Hunter, my love, are you still with us? Hunter wanted to see the D&D. And I feel like after we went through that, we need a little break. Because that was honestly really intense. That was an intense one. And I can see why Bailey had like waited so long to do that one. So we're going to check out Once Upon a Witchlight. Actually, you know what I want to do? Yeah, I want to save this playlist to my library so I can find it easily. Okay, so this is Once Upon a Witchlight, guys. It's fucking hilarious. Where am I at? I'm at episode 48, okay? I'm almost done with 48. I've had to like watch and rewatch this one quite a bit because I keep getting distracted while I'm watching it, and then I end up laughing so hard I have to like rewatch parts because I can't hear it. So I've been stuck on this episode for a little bit now. Dividing and conquering your mods list to find the bad mod. Oh. So, my name is Boxy. Welcome, Emily Adam 1998. Welcome. Alright, so this is Once Upon a Witchlight. It's beautiful.
Upon a
It's
witchlight
amazing.
hour, the sleeping queen stirred in her.
No.
Once upon a witchlight hour, the sleeping queen stirred in her tower, and through grand halls past lock and key came to her slumber dreams of 3. The first brought laughter filled with fright, the second, love defiled by spite, the third, a world of pure delight. She welcomed these, they were her own, but soon from porcelain lips a groan, her silvery dreamscape now forsaken, to pain from which she'd not awaken. Something blighted had come hither, foul as nightshade creeping thither, from yon the grave-like curse did wither. The little prince wept in his spire, his wounded heart had one desire, a ballad from the dreaming queen could turn his maelstrom mind serene. He vowed her rescue, speech sincere, but toys would be his shield and spear, and so he scoured for 1 full year. In springtime wreathed in parenthood, the prince first found a toy of wood, a doll set, beasts and wild things. But listen close, and each one sings a song of child, owl, and bear, a song that calls the spirits there, a song for monsters with much hair. When summer heat steamed like a kettle, the prince then found a toy of metal, a rocking horse with ashen mane. Around its neck was draped a chain. Its horn and eyes and nose shoot flame. With mighty hooves and sturdy frame, no better steed one could proclaim. He searched from autumn's harvest throne. The prince then found a toy of bone, lettered blocks stacked to the sky, when turned to words could only lie. Deceit known to the hounds of hell makes for a potent hex or spell, of souls, of sin, of Shadowfell. Through winter's chill from peak to pass, the prince then found a toy of glass, marble spun in measured motion, like careful thought or certain notion, each glinting cat's eye seeing all, from stars beyond the cosmic sprawl, to inner strength, and minds recall. The day has come, no time for rest. The fateful toys placed in a chest, with stripes of white and stripes of red, just like a big top by his bed. The little prince prepares a flower for either outcome, sweet or sour, and makes a wish for love, for power. Once upon a witchlight hour.
No, that was just the intro. Yeah, that was the intro. It gets me every
The
time.
4 of you
This is
are
it.
exhausted. As you wake up in a tavern in the middle of Ogway, the tavern known as the Crossroads. You've been traveling together for years, but over the past month,
Yeah,
you've
that was
been
just the
spending
intro.
your time in Ogway, because this is Crummy's home. And all of you had been running a mock carnival of sorts called, what is it called again? Fuck.
Carnival Le Crew.
Carnival Le Crew. It's had many names, many iterations until the finalized one. Carnival Le Crew. But due to some unfortunate happenstance, you had to let the carnival go for now. And you took off with whatever money
I'm turning
you
the
had
CC
left
off
and made your way to
because it's
Ogway,
gonna just look
where
awkward.
Cremmy had some connections. One Remy Guru. And over the past month,
No,
you've
we'll
been
try
staying
it.
at the Crossroads, enjoying nice room and board.
Okay, back
It's
to
been
this.
a pretty penny, but it's been worth every bit. The problem is,
Hunter, come back!
Remy Guru hasn't been responding to any of your attempts to get into contact with him.
I'll ping him on
So
Discord.
the night prior, you
Or on
decided to
Discord.
make your way on down to the Hungry Catfish and see if you
I
could
am
get
gonna
his
keep
attention.
working. I'm gonna ping Hunter
Now,
so
you
she
were
comes
unable
back.
to get his attention, but his bullywugs, the grinning sinners, you definitely got theirs, and they got your coin. As you wake up this morning, all of you hungover, you make your way down to the tavern area of the Crossroads. You order your breakfast, and Cremmy begins to shake out your coin purse as you realize between the 4 of you, you only have 2 gold pieces to your name. Not nearly enough to pay for any more nights in this place. And this is the only place that you could see yourself staying in all of Ogway. At least the only
I
place
might
that
do
you'd
one
be
for
welcome.
interactions too. So I have quite a
Sounds-
few interactions.
I got bad
Are the
news.
careers scripts or packages?
What?
Ooh, we might do one for careers
We're
too.
flat broke. Again?
Here's
I'm
some
like the real this time,
aspirations.
Not like flat
Hold
broke
on.
is meant. Oh, we all
Okay, let's
get
go back
jobs
up.
'cause we're about to run out of
'Cause
money.
I'm
This
missing
is
a
it,
bunch.
man.
Hold
Look,
on.
I
Oh, yeah,
brought
we're
my
missing a
2
whole
gold pieces
bunch.
Together. This is
Okay.
all we have left.
Um,
What the fuck did Pierre put in our drinks? I knew I shouldn't have trusted him. He seemed a little too friendly.
careers can be both scripts or packages.
You remember Pierre. He
Ah!
was one
No!
of the
No, no,
first
no! No, no!
bullywugs that encountered you when you
No!
were the Hungry Catfish. He helped you find a table, and he even led your way to some of the hottest tables, the hottest games.
I mean, it's okay because there's
Yeah, but I
nothing
think
there,
Pierre
but I
put
was
one over.
trying
And you do
to
remember that at
wait.
one point during the night, he provided you all with
How?
a
Oh,
free drink on the house.
okay.
Guys, I have a confession.
I don't even know
to make.
how it opened. I
think
don't
I
even
understand
know.
the rules of poker.
I must have accidentally clicked it up here somehow.
No,
I think my
based on
game
my
is gonna
observations,
accidentally
you
open.
absolutely do not understand.
I
the
think
poker
like I
trade.
clicked. I
You
went to
kept
click the
Gambling when you had
top of
nothing and
this,
throwing away hand after
and
hand.
I clicked
of pure
this
gold. I think you had a royal
the
flush.
plumb bob this, but I
Yeah,
clicked it
but
on my
mean, the
top
colours-
monitor.
The numbers look so nice.
Tits.
The 2 was just etched very nicely.
We're gonna have to work on our poker game.
Okay.
You also need a poker face. When you look and you go, hoo-hoo, it doesn't work.
Who let these guys gamble with our money?
You know, kid, I should have known to cut them off. I should have like put a lock on my coin purse, but I don't know. I feel like I blacked
Oh, shit,
out and
wrong
just
one.
it's all gone.
To be completely fair, Gideon, I was up. I was up by quite a bit card counting until that drink from Pierre, and then I lost the plot, so to speak.
I refuse to believe it was that free drink.
No,
I've never had a
mods.
free drink treat me wrong.
Oh no.
Well, I guess
Oh, no,
was a
it's
good
starting
start for
again.
everything, kid.
I guess
Oh,
I have
no.
heard the saying. I think a wise man once said that the only thing better than a drink is a free drink.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Do any of you
Happy?
even remember us
Okay.
getting back to this inn? The last thing
Yes,
I remember,
You do.
We do.
Your recollections of the night before were a bit hazy, but you remember many more drinks than just the free one that Pierre gave you. It was almost like once you popped the top, you just couldn't stop. As the first drink went down, you wanted more and more and more, and the need for sin was so strong in all of you. You just wanted to play games, drink. You took a turn around the
what did I say?
outside of the Hungry
Aspirations,
Catfish and smoked fine
traits,
cigars. And it was a lovely
traditions.
evening. You came home, though you came home
Interactions.
with a significantly lighter coin purse. The joy that you'd had together was profound.
I never smoke cigars. Makes my mouth feel all tacky.
Well, like we did last night. But at the end of the day,
The video is
sinning's
low?
kind of fun, don't you
Gricko
think?
ate his cigar.
You mean the sound?
But I could see him do it.
The sound?
Oh, this paper. Oh.
You did throw up after you ate the cigar, didn't you, Gricko?
Is that
Maybe
better?
that's why I don't feel that terrible.
My understanding is that if you soak tobacco in water, it creates arsenic.
That better?
So you're probably going to die if you haven't thrown up.
Oh, man! Help me, I'm back! I'm gonna go run and puke up a bunch of ours. What's the roll for that?
Roll to die.
A con save.
Is it better
I
now?
feel like a con saving throw to see if you throw up or
Is
not.
it
the
all
perfect way to
better?
start this campaign.
Does it work now?
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
I mean, this might be able to cover breakfast, but we're gonna find some way to make some dough. This isn't gonna last us. So we have to, I guess start looking for work. I can try to reach out to some of my lesser contacts in town. For some reason, Guru just won't see me. He won't reach out to me. He won't, answer any of my letters. And, Pierre said that he would put in a good word, but
You hear the door to the tavern open, and you look over and you see nobody enter. It slowly swings shut, but you hear the patter of feet. And as you look down, you see standing at your side, Cremmy, one of Guru's grinning sinners. He
Uh-oh.
looks up at you and hands you a note.
is it Pierre?
It is Pierre.
Pierre! What are you doing here?
Pierre, what was in those drinks you gave us? You don't know? You're serving drinks, you don't know what's in the... I remember this from last night. It seemed to me making more sense by the end of the evening. This is very troubling.
You see he shakes
Okay,
his head,
so-
and then he looks between all of you. He looks a little bit
Can't
sad
move
as he
this
turns
one.
and makes his way out of the tavern.
I guess he's just doing his job.
I think there's nothing left for arsenic. Oh, goodbye, Pierre. The seasonal cocktail of the Pringle? That was, once I popped, I just couldn't stop.
Is that what that was called?
Yeah, that's really, I don't know what it meant, but it was...
It has an apt name for some reason.
Do you want the remainder of my breakfast? It's very important that you eat.
All of the eggs still have the shells on them.
I should have waited. Peed after I threw up all the arsenic.
Well, you can have a few items here. I'll take half ration if you can get your strength up.
Oh, Frosty, that's very nice. I know how much you enjoy breakfast. I mean, I appreciate your sacrifice.
You're 50% there? Hell yeah! I believe in
The
you.
letter.
The letter is on a very heavy
I
parchment.
am-
It is the official letterhead of one Remy Guru.
Like 10% there.
And it is titled Cremmy to Cremmy LaCrue and to those whom it may concern.
Finally. And I rip it open and all.
Oh, this is our big break, Grimmy!
Cremmy LaCrue. This is a notice of debt owed to one Mr. Remy LaGru. Remy Guru. God, these names are hard. Upon your abandonment of your station, you took with you valuable knowledge unpaid for that belongs to Mr. Guru. it has been noted that you have traveled, and it shows a list of the different places that you've traveled. Almost every single place that you've traveled. You have set up shop here, you've ran this con here, you've done this here. Mr. Guru has chosen to impose a 10% overhead for all of your cons, leaving a total of 100,000 gold pieces owed to Mr. Guru by end of month. And then it is signed with a flourish and his stamp. In fine print at the bottom, it says, should Mr. LaCroix meet his fate or his end,
So
his friends, Gricko Grimgrin, Morning Frost, and Gideon Cole are considered guilty by association, and the debt will be theirs to cover forthwith.
What?
Some good news and bad news.
Oh, good, I love good news.
You want the good news first or the bad news?
Yes, of course, the good news. Yeah, I love good news.
No, there isn't any good news.
Oh,
It's all bad news.
oh no!
You didn't lift the gate
I
off.
don't want bad news.
Just open it.
Guru's correct
Other
in
side.
collecting royalties.
Thank you. That was the
On
word.
every penny that I made since I left Agua. I don't know how the hell he knows
no,
about
you
all
don't know how to
this.
use a gate?
Well, fuck.
Look, he even knows about the
Come on,
time we
Mr.
salted the
Engineer.
mines
Figure it
up
out.
in the
No.
Grizzlepaw Mountains.
He knows about the mines?
He knows about...
I don't know about what else happened in the Grizzlepaw Mountains.
Seriously,
Just say that.
Oh, he does.
You were close.
comment on it.
You see
every
that there's a
single month.
significant
I don't want you to
turn,
break it!
for when you were in Beaver Creek.
Oh, and...
No, you were close to it. Go back to the other side where
Remember
the
that?
bins are.
Were we with them during all these?
Oh yes, for most of them at least.
No.
There
For
are
some
a
of them, yeah.
handful that you weren't,
Wait.
but
Well, I've tried to forget Beaver Creek, but you don't forget something like that.
Well, you know, I mean, yeah, if we
No.
this fella a little bit of coin, well, it
There's
can't be like,
definitely
what,
not tea in the
500 gold
fridge.
No, try higher than that.
600 gold
No,
pieces.
more than that.
Oh.
And is the
There's
number
only
of
tea for
digits
people that know how to
4,
open a
5, or
gate.
6?
Oh, it's 6. I don't know. We
Oh, you only own 6 gold pieces.
No, 100,000 gold pieces.
the entire tavern gets completely quiet as you see everyone who's awake look over at you, and then they begin to start whispering. Did they just say that they have 100,000 gold pieces?
We gotta keep this down.
Wait, how much money did the carnival make?
Well, I mean, it made him. Look,
You said we didn't make anything.
I mean, I had to,
Do you know how many IOUs you paid
We love
us?
you.
You imagine that the elephants cost a lot of money.
You know how much it takes to feed the Hootsie?
Yeah,
Feeds a lot.
I'll feed her rat snacks.
You know how many bullywugs I had to pay basically nothing to? If you pay a lot of people basically nothing, I mean, it's a lot of money.
It ends up being something.
It does.
Now, hang on. I have a little bit of an idea. How much does everybody have?
We have 2 gold pieces.
Kid's not really a morning person. This is it. It is literally, look, see these? 1, 2, that's it. That's all we have. I mean, unless y'all are...
We have 99,998 gold pieces to go, Gideon.
I think I know how we can get there.
Oh,
Today.
how are we gonna do it?
We head on back over to Rem and Guru, meet up with Pierre. Nobody takes that free drink. And we put Frosty back on the tables. It's gonna sound like a bad idea, seeing as how we're here. But maybe it's not.
Oh.
So, look, I trust Frost's card counting ability.
You were on the right
But
spot.
you really think Mr. Guru is gonna let
Pinch
someone
it and
count
push.
cards and win 100,000 gold pieces without losing a cent?
It's not like he's got to do it a whole lot. We just have to go from 2 to 100,000. How much can
Like
that
the
be?
first time all over
It
again.
Yeah,
would be
How many times, Frosty? Run the numbers here. How many times do we need to double or nothing?
I need to win a hand every 2 minutes. And it would have to be a double or nothing every single time. For 8 hours.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
What are the odds of that?
Really?
Gib,
You deserve
what
it.
Mr. Guru does to fellas like that.
Flipping mean.
They make a lot of money.
For no reason.
And then
You
all of a
deserve
sudden
it.
I noticed their boots washing up along the banks of the swamp.
Oh, well, fuck.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
I was just gonna ask. I mean,
What?
is Remy, Mr. Guru, the kind of guy that you would, you find owing a little money to?
Will you take my plate? You
Let-
want the rest
Kinda
of my
like I
cheese
just say
sticks?
that there's probably no one worse to owe money to. We need to be out of debt because at any second we could collect.
You go lay down.
And let me tell you, I mean, he has a lot more friends than I do on the
Oh wait,
other
that was
side.
the wrong thing to throw away.
If he wants to, he could
Cheese cut.
make us all have a real bad day.
1 in 230,108,042.
Oh, those good odds?
Those good odds.
No. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you, Gricko. It's bad odds.
So I mean, we gotta make a lot of money quick. And I hate to do this. I didn't think I would sink this low, but I think we might not have any other choice but to go to the.
Really? I hear you. Are you just really?
You don't have to put it back up. It's okay.
Job board. No.
Honest
Job-
work. You must be really scared if you're talking about honest work, Kremmy.
I mean, just a legitimate gig where you just labor and get paid for it? Ugh.
Well, I mean, what if we can just get more time? Can't we just say, oh, why don't we just talk to Mr. Guru? I'm sure it's just a bit of a misunderstanding.
No, look, you do not understand. There is no misunderstanding. I'm sure that when I made my deal, I signed something. I'm sure he's got a contract somewhere that I didn't read close enough. And even if he's making it all up, I'm not gonna risk.
No, it's not. This is the
setting
exact
foot in
way.
his office.
This is the exact
Unless
way I
have
took
all
it off.
100,000 gold pieces in my hand.
Jobs.
Hardly.
Well, how much time did he give us?
Now I got a
By the end of the
here.
A month. By the end of the month. Not even a month. Oh,
Even with a high-paying, even in a high-paying job, we wouldn't be able to work the number of hours needed to make 100,000 gold in a month.
Shit.
No, I know we said we never do this, but how much do you think we'd get for Hootsie?
Trying to kill the cat?
Oh, do you think how much people would pay to see Hootsie do a very nice and stylish jig? Probably a lot.
look, I know that we said we would never talk about it in public. But we should discuss that option at this point. Well, you know what? Perhaps, maybe I could talk to Pierre. He might know an exotic monster dealer that would. Anyway, I mean, I think regardless, if we're all working, then we're splitting it up. You know, it's 25,000 gold pieces each.
Go back.
And again, that's still quite a lot of gold pieces.
Yes.
There's also no running. How did he know all of the things that we've done over the many years that you've done?
You know, that's kind of complicated.
Curiosity?
When you're dealing with the sort
What
of
word did you just say?
voodoo that I am.
No, what was that
Never
word?
really get much privacy, so I'm guessing, you know.
What language was that?
He gets his powers from the same generous baron that I do.
Curiosity?
Oh,
Maybe he
oh,
just worked it out.
Go back.
you're gonna be very proud of me, Remy. If the Baron is very generous, what if we ask for a small loan of 100,000 gold pieces?
You know, Gricko, that's a real nice thought. Now, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'll send him a message. You know, I'll send him a letter right now.
Oh,
and
great.
But-
you know, maybe he'll get back to us. But in the meantime, we should probably, you know, try to earn the gold another way, because I don't have a whole lot of faith in that.
Hedge our bets.
Exactly. Not a fucking chance. Let me tell you. I'd just be dead. He just like slooped my soul right out of my eyeball or something.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought of a few options. We can
Did you eat all your Reese's cups?
find a valuable item that we'd be able to sell for more than 100,000
Here.
and steal it. We can perform a heist.
Frosty, are you advocating stealing?
Now you're talking.
Or perhaps we could, one of us might be able to marry rich and we'd be able to pay
At
off
least
the
it
debt
wasn't
back.
Bailey this
Well, I
time.
wouldn't mind that.
Look,
I don't know if I'm ready to finish, Frosty.
Yeah, well,
I
if
mean,
you-
I got so much going on with
You might
me.
have to take one for the team.
Oh, gosh. I didn't know it'd be so soon.
Are there rich goblin nobles in Nogway? I haven't.
So
been
you're
able
saying
to
try it
explore the city
again?
much.
You know,
But
now
make
that
it the
I
bird
think
this
about it,
time?
then maybe one or two, but I mean, look, there aren't really nobles in Agua. They're sort of like an aristocracy, a bunch of rich folks.
Extra spicy because I
Down
woke
the
her up.
Magnolia Promenade, but it's not like you just walk up and steal one item. We walk up and get hitched in a day, and then just folk over to go.
We've got a month to woo a potential suitress. What is the word I'm thinking of?
Duchess?
Yeah, woman.
A foreign concept.
Listen, I kind of like where his head's at. We don't even need him to marry her. We just need him to distract her. Maybe we break in, we hit a door or two.
No. Look, this is what I'm trying to say. That
It would be like super
Unless
extra
we're
spicy too
stealing
because
the
she's
full net
sleeping.
worth of these people. There are two men in Agua that have something that we could steal. One item and probably sell it for 100,000 gold pieces. And that's Mr. Remy Garou, Mr. Alphonse
You don't always
LeBlanc.
listen though.
And I would never dare to fuck with either of them. You understand? Mr. Garou, I've already mentioned. Mr. Alphonse LeBlanc, I haven't seen him out in the sunlight in the last in the last however many years.
Yeah, it's a recluse.
Exactly. So he's always home. It's hard to kind of pull up a heist.
He's always a homebody.
Exactly.
I see.
Yes. I don't know how to do that.
Gideon, fire rises in your blood on account of you being in the free blood.
Fire rises.
Yes, the fire rises.
Okay. So what? So okay.
I need you all to roll a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh.
Pierre, how could you?
Oh my God, this is
Warm it up.
First roll.
I'm gonna count that out.
Natural 20.
Oh,
here we go. Here we go. I put it in my
Roll a d100 for me.
Legends of Evantris dice thing. Okay.
Roll a d100 for me.
Can do.
Natural
This
one.
and a 10, right?
No way! Are you fucking kidding me?
Thank you, Nilesh, for the follow.
Yes, thank you. And it's good to see you, Orky. Hello.
Oh, hey, Orky. Good to see ya.
No way the first two rolls are a 20 and a 1.
Well,
Wait, this is a 100.
This is a game of extremes.
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah, that's correct.
35.
All right, you're good.
18 for Greco.
See,
There was no
that
cloud
is
sent to my
that's an 11.
phone.
Greco and Gideon, as you're having this conversation, you begin to notice bits of movement. You're actually alerted by the sound first. The guttural croaking sounds as you realize that you are being watched by at least 4 grinning sinners that are placed randomly around the Crossroads Tavern.
It was annoying.
Hey, do you hear that?
Oh.
It would.
Oh yeah, no. Some of our friends from the riverboat are coming and they're here too. What are the chances of that?
Are they bullywugs?
Yeah, no. I think that one. That was Gaston. That one was other Pierre. Hello. You know.
Yeah, the grinning sinners
Why
are
can't I
here.
see my
Oh
live?
God, Master Justin. Oh no.
I'm glad you told me. I was about to suggest we kill Remy. We killed the
Can I see my
gorilla.
live?
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
You don't have to. I didn't.
Oh, good. Look, we should get the fuck out of here. Is all I'm saying. No more discussing any business. All right?
Oh.
I guess.
Okay.
This breakfast alone's gonna cost us two gold pieces.
Already paid for it.
Oh, we already paid for it. Never mind. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh, we got Hootie's still sleeping.
Hootsy's right next to you.
Oh, Hootie's right here. Let's go. Oh,
you.
Hootie.
She was doing a jig earlier.
Oh yeah, your stylist tip was very nice. Would you like another Hootie snack?
People threw money. Oh no, these are buttons. That's weird.
Oh. Well, maybe we can add them to like a little vest or hat. Here we go. Oh, you're so cute.
Well, let's all go and
Okay.
to the bank where we have 100,000 gold pieces, and that is where we will head.
Oh, to the bank. Wait, Frosty. You have a bank account of 100,000 gold pieces?
No,
And as you yell this, a hush goes over the entire tavern as everybody turns and looks.
We gotta go
And then
right
you hear,
now.
Did you hear that? They have a bank with 100,000 gold pieces.
Look, we're in the Crawdad Quarter. You know what that means, right? All of these people, they all have a
Apocalyptic
big,
Beauty,
probably 10-inch long hunting knife
hello.
in their left coat pocket, and they would not hesitate to stab you in the kidney and steal all 2 gold pieces. But I'd rather
And
keep
your
my kidney.
Yes, let's all try to keep our kidneys.
I stand up and I sort of brush off my jacket and I
I'm
put my
doing
hat
all
on.
right. How are you doing?
Gentlemen, shall we?
I love you,
I brush
babe.
off my vest and put my hat on as well.
I will pull my hood up and I will stand like this.
I'm just
really
organizing this
I stand up super tall, flex back a little bit, and let the chain
Crazy,
slam wildly
crazy.
on the floor.
folder.
Oh, did you get enough to eat, Hootsy? You want me to get a little bit more? Just, we don't know the next time we're gonna stop.
Perhaps there will be rats on the way.
Did you see it pop up?
Scampers across the ground by your feet.
I crush it.
Do that thing!
I cast Mind Slipper on the rat.
The rat dies.
It's funny because most of the
eyes
servers I'm in, I immediately mute.
You're gonna make
DC is
Hootsy
one of the
terrible
only
at catching
few.
rats if you keep doing it, but I always like
fingers
watching
were on all
it.
the kids. I didn't want them to be on.
You gotta get it.
Oh, Hootsy! Oh, come on! You gotta pet.
There he goes.
Oh, good job! Oh, you're so good! You're so good at catching rat snakes.
I'm already halfway.
Oh, you're such a
I'm
good
like looking over my shoulder.
Oh gosh, is
Yeah,
it she
DC
the
is one
most
of the only ones.
wonderful
My
thing
server
ever
and
seen?
DC
Okay,
are the only ones that, like,
Goodbye, other Pierre. Goodbye, Justin.
And you make your way
Yeah,
out
make our way
into the Crawdad Quarter. The sound of the tavern was quite loud, even for this early morning hour.
Active.
And as you make your way outside, though the town square that you're in here is bustling, it is quieter than it was inside. And you look around, you see different markets and
Do I really
food
need this
stalls,
one though? Because we
restaurants, even
use-
another
hold
tavern
on.
further down the way.
Because we use
and in the very center of the square, you see that
we use
faded
Simrealist Bank, so we don't
the
need
job
that
board.
one.
Oh, no.
And we don't need this banker career either.
Well, I guess, it doesn't hurt to at least look. See, maybe we can make a quick 100 gold pieces. Start to put a dent in it.
Oh, I thought you were kidding about the job board.
I wish I wasn't.
Perhaps there will be extremely lucrative but difficult and dangerous task for us, and we can handle it together.
Interaction.
Man, I wish we had the rest of the crew with us. We'd be able to figure it out together.
Interaction.
Oh, like all the Connies and various acts that I had to let go.
Interactions. We're gonna go through all of these and see if there's any that have script
We're the
files,
crew
and then
now.
we'll
Yeah,
put them
so
back
it's
in the
just
mods
us.
folder.
Remember that
Fine.
we had to shut the
after.
carnival, and we would run out of town.
It'll be easier to
because
do that
our group so
versus
many
going
IOUs.
in and doing it, because every time we go in and
I should've
check,
trusted that
it
accountant.
kicks
Now,
us.
if you look at the
just
letter,
makes it
did
harder, so.
you get charged for the IOUs or just actual money spent?
Aspiration.
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. Let me
Because
see.
perhaps we can reduce the amount if they were IOUs, and you never.
I have not updated and
beholden
will
to
not
the
be
amounts that
updating
you
for
were
a
paying.
bit.
No,
Hopefully
he's
not.
got the
Yeah.
IOUs.
Okay.
Might be dead. Yeah. So my server is also
Worth
like
I approach the job
pretty
board,
dead.
scan whether or not I'm going to be a barmaid or not.
Sure, you make your way
the
up
folder.
to the job
The
board,
one
and
that
you
goes
can
off
see
the
that
most
there
is
are
Sim Mods
significant,
updates.
Advertisements that have been left here
Sim
for
mod
a long
updates,
time.
Sim updates,
you see one.
and then
it's
Sims not-
missing
not
cat
safe for work
Calico. Please return to Francine.
So occasionally chat will go off.
5 silver pieces.
Every once in a while, someone will pop in to do
you
Soul
see an
Epic
advertisement
RPG,
for Bayou
and
Brass
this one
Bar
will go
Music
ping,
Shop.
ping, ping,
they're
ping,
looking.
ping.
They're looking for a musical act. 10 gold
So
pieces
I
a
think
night.
last time it went
Guaranteed
off.
tips.
Well, we only have to do that for
Let's
10,000
see.
nights.
I always join in when I hear it.
Oh, that can't be. How long is that?
Let's see.
10,000
I
nights.
think
30
Sal
years.
was the last one to do it.
That's definitely
Let's
after
see.
the end of the month.
Perhaps if we were Scheherazade.
You see
Yeah,
that
it was
Cousin
Sal.
Louise is looking for a bellhop. The pay is 5
let's
gold
see.
pieces a day.
That's half as good.
You see that rich boy Po Boy,
And my
the
Deadpool
new
both
sandwich
pink,
shop
that's
down
right,
the
yeah,
way
yeah,
that you
yeah.
heard is delicious, is looking for a line chef. And that's also 5 gold pieces a day.
Damn.
Oh, so normally I'll like go
That
ping,
place is
ping,
pretty
ping,
good.
ping, ping.
I mean, we do have 2 gold pieces. Po' boys are delicious.
But I didn't do it this time.
We just ate though. I'm a little full.
Yeah, so
And it does mention
Normally,
that meals are free. That you
normally
get a
that
free
happens.
meal
but
with every shift.
Hey, do we want to be po' chefs
It's
for the
normally
rest
this
of our
one.
lives, fellas? But together.
Well, there's only 2 problems
occasionally
with that for me. So I
Sai
eat
will pop
everything
in
there
and
is,
do
and I don't know how to
a
cook.
build screenshot.
Well, I know how to cook, but I promised myself I'd never
CC
go
and
back
mods
to that
is me
professionally.
usually. I'll
You
throw
may
in
have no
challenges
choice.
and save
30
files.
days, you might be. Whatever Remy will do to it. What do you think he's actually going to?
It's less than 30 days. It is the 7th of the month.
Oh.
So we got 3 weeks.
What will he do to you? And I guess us by proxy?
You know, it's hard to say, but
Lots of love in
Some
today's free
combination
base
of,
game update.
I guess the
Romantic
end result's all the
boundaries,
same.
3 new hairs, eyelashes, nails, curved
we no longer be
pools.
living. And whatever awaits us in,
Oh yeah, I have this
the
server
thereafter wouldn't be too pleasant.
as well. Apply
What
the
the hell
all
are we even doing
outfits
at
button.
this damn board? There's nothing we're gonna do in
Bug
3
fixes
weeks
and more.
that is gonna give
Although
us
I heard
100,000 gold pieces and keep our souls firmly not
that they created
sucked
more bugs
directly
by
through
fixing
our
bugs.
fucking eye sockets.
Well, you know,
He can do that?
Can you do that?
Maybe.
Yeah, you can pretty much do that.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
I've seen some. It's like basically you look at some of the fellas after he's done with them. They look like empty Capri Suns. It's not.
They look like that chick in the
Unfortunately, I
closet at the
accidentally
beginning of the movie,
clicked
The Ring.
Exactly
the little
right.
plumb
That's
bob
called a major
on my
image.
top monitor,
Sorry. Yeah.
so it updated.
Oh,
Yeah, just withered away.
It updated.
I had an idea. I think I heard someone said I never
But
never went to
my
business
game
school. But
is
you gotta spend money to make money.
all of my mods folders
Unfortunately,
are
we
on my
don't have the money to
desktop.
spend.
So
No, but we have 2 gold pieces.
my game is
What
safe.
about that
Everything is
fella
safe.
that's
So-
selling soap with a prize inside?
My my
What if
stuff
we
is
give him
literally
2
right
gold
here.
pieces
So
worth
everything
of
is
soap,
safe.
and
so I'm not
maybe
too worried
one of them
about
has
it right now.
1,000 gold pieces in it. You know what's funny?
not too worried
For
about it.
selling,
My game is
for this whole
basically
thing being
like a
selling
brand
soap,
new
it doesn't
game
really
that's never
smell
been opened
It doesn't
before.
smell appropriate for that.
So
Maybe we don't take
if it
ideas from the
opens,
guy
it'll
that
just
doesn't know how to
literally
play
open
poker
as
and
if like,
eats his
wow, you just bought
cigars.
the game. Here, let me give you a tutorial, and I'm gonna be like,
It
no.
looked like a
Thank
cannoli.
you. So
Yes, I remember you saying that. That was too slow, Greco.
anyhow,
I'm sorry.
let's go back to this.
I will show you how to
Alright,
smoke cigars and play poker one day.
aspiration.
If we survive this.
Well, just always smoked a pipe, but this is just very easy,
Aspiration.
simple.
I'm going to continue to scan the job board. Is there anything that looks like maybe something without a
Roll
price on
a
it?
roll an
Aspiration.
investigation check.
Is there anything bordered in gold with an exclamation mark over it?
Interaction.
This is spelled.
Oh no, that doesn't patch in until.
You know what? I'm gonna stick with my natural 1 dice. Let's find out.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna switch over just because it gave me a bad roll.
Yeah, you gotta.
There it is. Let's say hello to a. What's 17 plus 16? Or 7 plus 16?
17 plus
fucking 23. I'm smart. I'm Frost. I'm an in-base character.
You look back at the job board, and those are the newest postings. Everything else looks significantly older, and your mind
Do you
goes
ever look
back
at a word
to that
so
cat.
many
Like,
times
it's not
that it
that
starts
much, but
looking
that
like
poor girl is missing her cat.
it's not a
You could
real
at least
world.
take that sign, and
A
if
real
you happen
world?
to see the
A re-
calico cat while you're about,
a real
you pull it off of the job
word?
board, and you see a sign beneath it.
Oh.
Lost Warlock Patron. Madric Rosloff's Archfey Warlock Guild. My Warlock patron Zabilna has been lost to me for some time now. I am seeking out an adventuring party willing to travel into Prismere and uncover her whereabouts. I can offer grand rewards. Meet me at the giant pumpkin patch to the south of town if interested in this quest. The sign looks a bit older. It clearly hasn't gotten any attention or love, but you can tell by looking at it there are dates marked into the side of it. with a little note that says "Still
Interaction?
seeking,"
Interaction?
and you see that it
Interaction?
was updated just 3 days prior.
Inspiration? Inspiration?
Well,
Inspiration?
take a look at both of these job offerings. I'm going to propose that we pursue the cat.
Interaction.
For 5 silver gold pieces. 7
Yes,
silver
because cat
pieces.
owners, they tend to be shifty, and maybe we can find something in her mattress, for example. No, actually, you know what? The Lost Warlock patron is intriguing, but there's no actual amount on here. We have no way of knowing. We could be wasting time.
And I think. There's a whole guild of warlocks? Oh, Archfey warlocks. Alright, so more a different persuasion than I am.
Oh, what does it say? How much?
I have to remember that I'm streaming and not actually
It
just
doesn't say.
watching this. I love it so much.
Frost just said that is.
I
so-
love Once Upon a
You know
Time
How
what,
much do you
so
think
much.
Grand Riches is, eh?
With our luck, it's gonna be 99,997 gold pieces.
But then we just have to rescue 2 or 3 cats, and we'll be all set. We can do this first, and then there's fucking cats everywhere.
No, I'm doing one thing. I have to rescue this patron. I'm not saving the cat.
I mean, look, it says grand reward, and I mean, guilds always have tons. You know how much dues cost to be in a guild? It's ridiculous. I mean, even if we can find where this
I know
guild is and rob them,
LGBTQIA,
now
but
that's an idea.
here's the thing. I'm
I
not
don't know
gonna
if we should
delete any
rob
mods,
from
even if I
anyone
know
who
they're
calls
broken,
themselves a
because if I
warlock.
delete it, I'm gonna
Perhaps if they
forget that
call
I
themselves
had
peace
it,
locks.
and I'm not gonna get it back. So I'm gonna leave everything in
Easy
here,
as shit.
and then as we go through and we download the updated stuff, then
inside
I'll
of a
delete it when I go to
Are you a warlock, Grammy?
I mean, yeah.
Can you say, oh, hey, fella, how do you do, fellow warlocks?
What I will say is, looking at it, it makes you think of when your grandparents
This is
needed to
tradition.
make some kind of digital image, and they used a lot of those clip art.
Oh, you just use this is just Microsoft Word clip art.
Hey, Kevin, help me with the computer here. I gotta find my warlock patron.
You should never let us talk for more than 5
Wait, I
minutes.
have 2 of these.
Get the fuck over here, Kevin.
I mean, yeah, I'm a warlock, but look, if you read, it's an Archfey warlock. That's a totally different kind of warlock than what I am.
Well, now here's the other thing.
Clippy, I hear you need some help finding your
Get the fuck out of here. How do I turn this off? This is horseshit. Don't look at me with those eyes.
Now, I think you're onto something, Grimmy.
Oh boy.
If they're missing their patron, what else are they missing?
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, regardless, great reward is definitely a lot better than 5 silver pieces.
I
for
imagine at
rescuing
least
cat.
3, 4, hopefully 5 digits. That'll get us very close very quickly, and then perhaps we can spend money to make money. This would take us the shortcut.
Well, I know where the pumpkin patch is south of town. I know where that big old pumpkin patch is south of town.
I would say you've even heard that name whispered about.
I'm confused.
And I will say, just for the sake of ease,
Okay, hold on.
you are familiar with the name, and that this man has been around Ogway for a long time, and he's an older guy, and that he is rumored to have quite a lot of money. The house he lives in is fairly nice considering its placement out towards the swamp. But he does live a secluded life. He's got a lot of land though. And he's been known to swim in the same circles as some of the upper crusts.
I have a question about Frost's knowledge.
Sure.
Does Frost know what an Archfey is?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
something that's generally known. And my second question, and how big exactly are these pumpkins?
They're about,
I don't know, pumpkin size.
I don't know,
That's
like
cool. I didn't
3
know they
feet
gave modding
tall and about
tutorials.
1.5.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
They're like 3 feet wide.
That
and
doesn't
1.5.
seem
That's
large to me for a pumpkin.
nice.
3 feet.
3 feet? No. If you think of, I've seen giant pumpkins 6, 7 feet long.
Gricko's 3 feet.
Yeah, I know how long 3 feet is. Have you IRL giant pumpkins at 3 feet would not be that big?
They're
Okay, but
like
custom wrench icon. Where'd it go?
here
Ha!
is his pumpkin patch with his giant pumpkin.
Okay, so that's a house.
Yeah.
That's like 15 to 20 feet across.
Yeah, they're huge. I was just Willy. Thank you, Nose. I was just giving you the dimensions of Willy Worm.
I heard that and I had decided to ignore it.
Thank you.
Your intelligence is getting in the way, Frosty.
Please
Taking this too
re-download your main
literally.
CC
It's meet
wrench,
me at
not
the
the
giant
Swatch
pumpkin
ones.
patch. It's not a pumpkin patch full of giant pumpkins. It's a really big pumpkin patch.
Oh, so the
Full
pumpkin.
of regular-sized
the-
pumpkins.
Really?
Well, I'm presuming.
Well,
Isn't it 3 giants?
that makes me less curious, but let's go anyway and investigate.
Wait, now that I look at it, Madrick. Oh, this must be Steve Madrick. I think I know this guy. Oh wait, Madrick Rosloff. Steve Madrick Rosloff.
Oh.
I apparently know him.
Madrick Lon.
Yeah, he's an
Rosloff?
older guy. He's been around Ogway, and he's gotta be up there in years. I wonder how he's
Is it one
doing.
of those things where like warlocks generally
Okay, so I
know
have
each
the
other?
Sims 3 store icon.
I mean, you know, I don't know if everyone knows
What's
he's
the
a warlock.
Swatch
Would I know
icon?
that he was a warlock?
Holding the post.
No,
then you have
probably not,
another
but-
optional
Well,
file
now
to
I know.
choose from.
It's
No
very
swatch
clear
icon
that this was an old man that
or
wrote that.
Plum Bob swatch icon.
Look,
Means
either
that the
way, I know
swatches
what
match
this
EA's
is.
genetic swatches,
Let's
so
go
there are no wrench
pale
icons
Maverick
to
Division.
show
Yes.
that they
Well,
are
I mean,
CC.
I feel
Plum
like even
Bob
if he
swatch
kept-
icon is a tiny
Even if he
plum
means
bob
like,
on
"I
the genetic
offer
swatches to
you the
indicate they are
grand
CC
reward of
colors.
French. We should
Which
still
you can
do
see
it,
in the
because
examples.
if I lost my primal spirits, I would be so sad.
Grego, if we accept friendship and we do something for a week, and then you're killed horribly 2 weeks later, are you going to feel very good about that friendship, or would you prefer the gold?
Both.
First time I've gotten
Let's
a
discuss this
Korean
as we make our way.
Okay.
bot.
Das,
what's
I
up?
will start to lead the gang south, wherever I think this would be.
Okay, and you're just heading straight through town and then cutting over?
Hold on, fellas. Give me 1 second. I want to kind of like, sort of nonchalantly as I can, despite being on like a purple, like tuxedo. I'm gonna try to like look around and see if I can notice any bullywugs. Like,
Roll a perception check at advantage.
Oh.
Because you know what you're looking for.
You did steal her dice.
He did, yeah.
That's an 8. No, sorry, that's a 16.
Okay, yeah, looking around, you see that there are quite a few grinning sinners skulking in the shadows, essentially keeping an eye on you.
All right.
Okay.
I don't think we should go through town.
Nope.
We're already in the crawdad quarter. I think we just slip into the swamp and we go around. How does that sound?
Is there anything else we can do to get them off our trail?
What do you mean?
A distraction, perhaps. If you have any abilities magically. I'm in agreement
Okay.
that we should try to lose them.
So I did do it
Well,
right.
I'm not sure that
Okay.
they're going to follow us into the swamp. They can't be inconspicuous, and
That's what I was wondering.
frankly, I don't
Okay,
really know
so
what
those are
they
fine.
intend to do with us. But I don't
Jetpack.
like how we're being watched right now.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Once we get into the swamp, those frog fellas will be totally out of their element.
What's the name of one of the other quarters?
Fahrenheit,
in...
seasonal overhaul.
Magnolia
Yeah.
Promenade.
Eight from reference.
Yes, we will go to the Magnolia Promenade and
Teleporting
find
sim.
this calico cat.
Unlimited jobs.
Oh,
That's
plus.
a great idea, Frost. Yeah.
You know, I've always wanted to try the soup in the bread bowl at that that
Cult
one
hybrid
place.
unlocker.
That sounds
stabilizer.
delicious. We
You know,
can do that because
I
we
got
have the
this with
money.
the intention of
with
having
the
a cult
cat.
hybrid,
What a fucking waste.
and I've never used it. So I think we'll just get rid of it.
Follow me, Gideon.
Longer parties,
Let's
more
go this
guests.
way. What
I
to
use
do,
that. I use
friends?
the invite any guests.
Roll a deception
Hack
at advantage
tests.
because your friends are helping you.
Hold on.
What is this?
Wait a minute. Isn't the Magnolia Promenade down that way?
So just regular style.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Oh!
So this is just to help out our
D100 for me,
modders.
please.
Oh my goodness.
Baby.
Panda Sama.
30.
Okay.
Oh no, 83.
Welcome back,
sorry.
everybody.
You're good.
And Asana.
So that's a 27.
I could probably group a lot of
For my deception.
their stuff together.
You keep your eye out, and you notice that as you're saying this, they begin
Except
to
for
move
obviously, like, the
before you
childbirth
do.
mod, but, like, a lot of their,
hearing
like-
that that's where you're going, they make their way towards the Magnolia
Well, a lot of this
Promenade,
stuff is
preemptively,
technically
which gives you
built
enough
by
time to sneak
stuff.
into the shadows and head in a different direction.
Yeah, so like right before we're about to leave the Crawdad Quarter, I would like try to look for like an alley between one of the two like shanty buildings.
You know this town well enough that you're easily able to find a way. And I'll say with that, the help from your friends, you're able to dart down an alleyway and take these back
Is this actually a
areas
blanket
through the Crawdad Quarter
that,
until you step out into the swamp.
came from the hospital.
And once you get to the swamp,
let me
it
take
is
it
very
home.
clear that Kremi knows this area like the
It was
back
so
of his
cold.
hand as he begins to lead
was like, "Do you
you
just wanna take that
through a
home?" I was like,
maze
"Yes,
of cypress trees. You're
That's very
about
nice.
calf deep in muck
I
as
was
you
like,
wade
"Thank
through
you."
the swamp. Greco even higher on your short stature.
these-
But you are able to wind your way through the
I want to do this.
through the muck and the
Alright, I'm gonna
mire as you
lower
make
this
your
one. We're
way
gonna put
towards
these on the
Madrick
desktop.
Rosloff's place. And for the sake of brevity, it takes you a good 2.5, almost 3 hours from when you leave to when you're able to make it to his place, just because
PB
it
Jelly
is difficult
FPF.
terrain, as it were. But you are finally
is
able to
FPF?
pull yourselves out of the swamp as you make your way through a
Oh, this is the
forested
frames thing.
area, and eventually
I never
to
use
a cute
these.
little patch that is, contrary to what Kremi said, a giant pumpkin patch.
Oh, you know,
There
it wasn't very
are
clear.
about 25 giant pumpkins, some of them ranging 20, would that be accurate? About
20
20
feet? Yeah.
Yeah, about 20 feet.
Like from here to the ceiling is like 10, 12 feet, right?
Ye-
So
Okay, so like 10, 16 feet.
Big as this room.
They're huge. They're gigantic. Some of them look like it makes the house look almost dwarfed in comparison. The house is very quaint, but it is well kept. It's a thatched roof house. You can see smoke billowing up from the chimney. There is clearly someone inside, and the smell is comforting. It smells like fresh baked pumpkin pie.
Oh, I love pumpkin pie.
look at the size of these pumpkins. You undersold
This one I thought I would
last
like,
time
but
I was
honestly
here,
it gets kind of
it was a
annoying.
long time ago, and they were all
The
just
release
regular
sky
sized
lanterns for
pumpkins.
Maybe these are
everyone.
the same pumpkins they've been growing
It's
this
just
whole
too
time.
That's
frequent.
probably exactly right. I wonder what he has in his. What is he watering?
The
I've seen
sliders
pumpkins
thing,
this big since that waitress before Miss Dallery's
they never
university.
work for me.
Oh,
Is that innuendo, Gideon?
Did she have a pumpkin patch?
They never work for me.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
Oh,
I do recall she had red hair.
you know, let's keep up our manners for Mr. Rosloff, and hopefully we can get a sense of what kind of reward this is.
Yes.
I'll mind his delicate fucking sensibilities.
I think we all will. Kremi, you do the talking.
Alright, child traits.
All right, just follow my lead. I will.
There's a chance you can get a free slice of pie for each of us thrown in. I would lock that door. Oh, and one for Hoochie.
We're all gonna go in if he invites us
No,
in.
I'm just
not
saying
gonna-
because you're doing the talking.
Pose
I'm just
player.
saying, if he offers us a slice of pie, but then it's like, well, it's going to be 1 gold less, and we only get 99,998 gold pieces, I'm going to be upset.
I feel like the pie is worth it if it tastes as good as it
Pose
smells.
player.
And you be on your best behavior, Hootsie. Remember the manners I taught you?
Especially for an old man, speak up. And only speak when spoken to. That's how old people like children to be.
Rico, we're not going to die for pie.
You're right. Okay, Kremi, do the talking.
All right. Well, so I will clear my throat, and I will take my cane, and I will rap on the door 3 times with my cane.
You rap on the door and you wait.
I never had
And
this
you
one work
hear it
either.
shuffling around inside. You hear the clanging of pots and movement, but no one comes to the door. You wait a little bit longer and you rap on the door and you hear something knocked off of a table and some loud shuffling. No one comes to the door. Finally, you rap a little bit louder And then you hear from inside, "Oh, someone's at the door!" As all of a sudden, you can hear loud clanging as pots and pans are knocked this way and that. The door opens, and you see a wizened old man in a black cloak, a long, very tailored, nice black
All right, here
top
comes
with
the-
a black embroidery on it, some
the
billowy
chunk of
pants,
it here
and
that
some
we have to
house
really
slippers.
organize.
Flitting around his head are
So the
two,
exclamation point
what
stuff
appear to be
has to
pixies.
stay out of a folder. 'Cause this
One
stuff
with
has to
beautiful
load
blonde hair
before
in
everything
shades
else,
of purple. The
from
other
what I
one
understand.
in shades of
Especially
green
this
with bright,
one right
fiery
here.
red hair. His hair is very long down to his back and completely white. His eyebrows are
Okay, here's more of that
incredibly
Tiana
bushy
stuff.
and a piercing, almost frosty blue eyes.
So this
his
is the
face
Tiana
alights in a
stuff
smile, and you
here.
see a small
So
tattoo
this can go
right above his right eyebrow in the shape of a chicken foot. He looks out at all of you. Welcome to Magic Roslov's House of... no. Shh. He's motioning to the pixie with the red hair. Stop talking to me when I have guests.
What a deal.
Are we in operating hours right now?
Coffee mod.
Yeah.
Grandma, you sure this is the fucking guy?
Welcome to Patrick Roslov's Warlock Guild.
Okay, it sounds like him.
Magic, what a deal,
How can I
friend?
help you?
You remember me?
I have never met you, son.
No.
The name is Magic Roslov.
No,
And he reaches
no,
his
we've
hand
met.
out to shake it. I have not met you, sir.
The name's Kremlin Crew. You don't remember me?
Never heard it a day in my life.
Remember when you were a regular Krusty Dicks within the Crawdad Order? I was a cook back in the day.
I've never eaten crusty dicks a day in my life.
No, you definitely got crabs at Krusty Dicks.
I don't even like crab.
Well, then you know what? You probably have early onset dementia. Given how young and spry you are.
Was that an insult?
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
No, it wasn't an insult, she says.
Well, it's great to see you again. You're looking, well,
sprightly.
That's right. It's probably been quite a few years.
Where are my glasses?
Well, I can't help you with that. I don't know where your glasses are.
Is that not them right on his
And
head?
you watch as the pixies fly behind him, and they look around, but you are right. They have fallen back behind his head, and as they fly up, they move them over, and, oh, now I can see you. Oh, yep, never met you.
All right, well, Mr. Rosloff.
No, come in. My pie is burning. And
Okay,
he
so
shuffles
here is
into
the
his house
smart
really quickly,
Sim
and you
stuff
can
here.
see that there is a bit of a smell. The pie does smell like it's starting to burn, but he's able to get it out of the oven before it fully catches fire.
Probably on account of the crabs from Krusty Dicks.
Grego, I think it's time for you to start facing your own mortality. And then I lead him in.
Wait,
Why do I have
Hootsie
two of
wasn't on that
these?
contract, was it? Was she?
Yes, she was. An owlbear named Hootsie. That's at the very bottom.
Let's go, Grego. It's serious.
As he's shuffling about, he tells you to follow the pixies. That they will
Brain
lead you to
blasted
the sitting room, and you make your way through this very
Not gameplay,
cozy,
pick up food loss,
very
lifestyle
comfortable little
fixes.
cottage into a nice sitting
This is
room.
my
The
cast
walls are lined
background
with
right now. I don't know
bookshelves,
if I wanna change
old
it.
tomes. You can see
We might
a
change it.
large, what appears to be an ancient oak tree, but it's shrunk down to a smaller size that's perched into the corner, almost the way that you would put a cat tower, but this clearly is a pixie tower, as there are two tiny houses on it. As the pixies fly into their little homes and they begin to drink their tea, neither one of them seems to be speaking verbally, but Madrick
how's your
understands
50-50
what
going?
they're trying to communicate to him, and they seem very fond of
Brave
him.
trait
But
and
they
cast
they
is
both
a
have
trait.
cute little porches attached to their little homes, and they sit out there drinking tea,
Corporate,
watching you.
no
Does it seem like there's a back and forth, or does it seem
seems
like
like
Madrick
tests.
thinks he's understanding what they're
Food
saying?
store street
Yes.
update.
The pixies, however, do
Functional
seem to be
mill.
communicating very well with each other, and you can hear
More rentals by T-Mex was
very
the problem?
high-pitched
Oh.
grumbling noises, but you can't make out what the words are.
Interesting. Was it not
And you see
updated,
that
or
there are some plush couches with some crocheted blankets made of a mishmash of different colored yarns. Big pillows with embroidery of different cats and dogs and things on them, all with different names. Sparklebutt is the name of one of the dogs. It's a dachshund.
Well, do you mind? And I gesture at the couch.
Yes, please take a seat.
I'll sit down.
Would anyone like a slice of pie?
We would all love one, please, and one for Hootsie as well.
Is pie free?
Yeah, I offered it, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, please.
This isn't a cafe.
Oh.
Would anyone like
Frosty said you were going to charge us.
Speaking of a cafe, would anyone like a cup of coffee?
Oh.
I'll have a cup.
I'd be
I'll
happy
cup
to.
with the pie.
Yes,
Would anyone want to help me?
I'll help you.
I can't carry all these slices of pie and a bunch of cups of coffee on my own.
Oh yeah, no, we'll help you. We're very
There's
helpful
a troll
folk.
in
Well,
the
then don't sit down.
dungeon!
Come with me to the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Troll in the
Appreciate you. Make yourself
dungeon!
behave.
Nice,
Behave.
I
You're in
got the
a
troll in the
very
dungeon.
kind
There's a
person's
small
place.
dog bed that she curls
Think it was
up on.
outdated,
She is
but okay.
clearly way too big for it, but
Career
she
portal
lays
menu.
down.
Just nicely, perfectly there. Okay.
All right, kid, what's the rub? What do we think? And I want to start scanning the room
Basic
to see,
loot.
like, does anything look valuable that we could potentially steal?
Roll an investigation
Basic
check.
loot, row,
And you make your way
tiny,
in, and he quickly shows you where the
Relationship
mugs
game,
are. They all have
tiny.
these strange, like quirky sayings on them, like almost dad joke style sayings.
Huh?
He's got a shelf full of mugs with
What is this?
different names of places he's visited around Avantris. The apron he's wearing says "Kiss the Cook," and he's
Are there
got
carved wooden letters on the wall that say "Live, Laugh, Love"?
yes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
this mug says over the hill. Okay, very
It's right next to the other one that says "Over the Hill." He's got like 5 or 6 of those ones.
Mine has a cartoon cat comic on the side.
But yeah, that's essentially what it looks like.
He seems quite grumpy.
He pulls out a. You see that the burnt pie is off to the side, and he's actually cutting slices from a perfectly cooked pumpkin pie. He takes out some homemade whipping cream and tops them, sprinkles a little bit of cinnamon on the top, and a dollop of iced custard that he places on the side with some fresh chopped candied pumpkin bits.
Oh my gosh.
And he hands you a bunch of these plates and has you bring them in as he brings his pumpkin spice coffee.
Mr. Rosloff, is this pie made from pumpkins from the size of the pumpkins you have outside?
The one with loving parents.
Are the seeds all lots of little tiny seeds on the inside, or are they similarly large, like a basketball?
Yes.
You've been most informative.
Thank you.
Very, very informative. Oh, tell us more. How did you? And I'm like trying to like make conversation with them.
I'm so glad that you could make it.
And he's talking to you as you're helping him set everything
I'm
up.
looking around to see if there are like dried pumpkin seeds the size of like tennis rackets anywhere.
There definitely are.
Okay, I'm happy.
I lean into Crummy while everyone's in the kitchen. And
See,
say,
I love all of
I don't
these.
know how you feel about this guy, but he's about 2 cogs short of an engine that only has 2 cogs.
But the hard part
Well,
is
exactly
that
right.
like
And if this guy has dealings with the
because
Fed, he
a
might have
lot of them like
gold
have
stashed
script
someplace,
files.
But I've also heard,
You
know,
have to
very
like
tricksy
leave them
too,
like
so
this.
You just ought to be careful.
Oh, you see
That's,
anything
like,
that looks
really
like
frustrating.
grand? What was that? What was that word? Grandeur? Treasure, maybe?
Oh, it was. Let me just grand rewards right here. See, I don't. I see
What was your investigation?
Oh, 4.
Oh, great! You look around and you see a bunch of fairy tales, some old books that look like maybe for to the right person they might be worth something, but definitely not 100,000 gold pieces. You see a lot of photos of Madrick spanning the years of his life, going on adventures. You see photos of him with what looks to be a set group of friends that he used to travel with a lot. There's a cuckoo clock hanging above the wall, a macrame wall hanging that looks really old, a couple of baskets of yarn. He clearly enjoys yarn work. An old rocking chair.
All right, I think based on what I see, I think we play this straight. I think we see what the job is, and if we can find this Zabilna, and we really got a grand reward, I think it's worth a shot. Let's not blow our chances by getting sticky fingers, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, we should ask to see a piece of what the reward looks like, because I got a feeling this is one of them types of situations where the grand reward is the friends you made along the way.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe that's why it's not being specific. Maybe he considers his pumpkin pie a grand reward. And we go through all this effort and find Zabilna, and he's like, well, you get 2 pies to go. And that's it. What a travesty.
Well, I mean, it does sound pretty good, but...
Look, whatever it is, I'll try to get it in writing.
We've got your pie.
I got you extra whipped cream and tea.
Oh, my name is Morning Frost. You can call me Frost.
Does your green child need a booster seat?
My green child.
Yes.
Fuck, Derek.
Yes, the green child with the very large dog.
Oh, you mean Grico? That took some time for me. I'm really quite smart. That's remarkable.
You named your child Grico Morning?
No. This is actually a goblin. It's an adult man. This is an adult man that you're looking at. You're looking at an adult man goblin.
Oh, well, I'll be damned.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually a father. I'm actually the oldest of the group.
Oh, I was wondering why your voice was so low compared to most children. Anyway, my question still stands. Do you need a booster seat?
No, I don't. I mean, no, you don't have to. No, I'll make do.
I just want to make sure you're comfortable.
I appreciate your consideration, Mr. Rosloff. You're very nice.
Thanks. I have a coloring page and some crowns if you want to color.
I won't say no to that.
All right.
And he goes over to the
is there a
side.
little maze?
I can make sure I get one if you want.
Okay, I'm finally gonna get it this time.
And he brings you a coloring book called The Sleeping Queen, and he places it down in front of you, and it has all these beautiful images in it that clearly have never been colored, and a pack of crayons that has never been touched. These are wax coloring devices, in case you're not familiar with crayons.
Oh, what does Chef Cooper have today? Time to spend $27 on a sandwich.
Yes, but the straws are huge. Why do they get those big straws?
Have you seen the size of the straws?
Yes, at the back there is very clearly a hedge maze that you can work your way through, and an incredibly easy crossword puzzle.
They can be
well,
one.
I mean, unless we think it's rude, I think I might
Well,
take
hold
a
on.
crack
They
at
can
this.
be one
Oh, word jumble.
folder deep, right?
Cat. Oh, the diagonal's tricky. You'll get that one soon.
So these can be all one folder deep. So I could put these in.
Oh, and he pours the coffee and passes
So
it to
these
each of
could
you. It
go-
smells very pleasant here.
Thank you so much for coming to visit Old Madrick. Oh, I haven't had visitors in such a long time. What brings you this way?
Well,
This could go
we
in the
swung by
interactions because they can be.
job board this morning.
Ew.
You done? You done? You all right? You feel? I mean, you. All right. We swung by the job board this morning, and we noticed this.
You found my... Oh, I made that by myself. Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was an Archfey Warlock here.
I spent 35 gold pieces on all those little the images and stuff on there. I had an artist draw the whole thing up for me.
35.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we just go into sign making. Might be the answer.
I was a very talented lad.
Well, we wanted to know. So it seems like you've lost your patron.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've been in contact.
How long has it been, Fran?
15 years.
Years.
I know I look young for my age.
You do.
15 years is a long time to anyone.
It is, yes. Do you still have your powers?
Oh, of course. Old Madrick here. Strong like ox.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that they weren't like stripped away in some kind of horrible fashion.
We used to communicate often, and I'm worried something's happened to her.
Well, the four of us are quite capable, and we would love to help you get in contact with Zybilna, if that's how you say it.
You are very large.
Well, thank you for noticing.
You're welcome. You are very, very smart.
Well, thank you for noticing.
You're welcome. You are a great liar.
Thank you for noticing.
I like you a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm blushing.
Do you think you're capable of handling something like this? It requires going into the Feywild, a place that even the strongest of them can't survive.
I understood that we were going to a place called the Prismere. So I was hoping that we were going to be looking for a cat, given the name.
Why?
Well, because it's not important. The Prismere that you're asking us to go to, is that in this Feywild?
It is a domain of the Feywild that is the domain that Zybilna rules over.
Into the Feywild.
Yes, she is the queen of the Palace of Heart's Desire. She's like a fairy godmother of sorts.
Oh, we stretch. Okay.
She's kind and gentle. She is sorely missed.
Sorely missed.
Well, it definitely sounds interesting, and I've heard of the Feywild. I've never been. Would you know how to get us there, or could you at least, point us in the right direction if we were to, take on this task?
Frost, have you ever been to the Feywild?
I've never been to the Feywild. I actually, there are many planar locations which I'd like to journey.
I've never been to the Feywild either.
Have you ever been, Gideon?
Don't look at me. I'm not been to fucking Feywild, I don't think.
I think I've been...
Have you ever been to the Feywild?
Once or twice.
Oh, you're being a little coy. Very interesting.
So, would you be able to help us get there?
Actually, as fate would have it, the Witchlight Carnival is in town.
The what?
The carnival.
The Witchlight Carnival. It was created by Zybilna as a way for mortals to enter Prismere if they wanted to beseech her for her help.
Has it already been 8 years? Hootsy, have we been together for 8 years? Wait! When does it come?
It's been here for 5 days.
There's a carnival here, in Agwe.
It has 3 more days left. Well, it's out of town.
Oh my gosh, it's almost your birthday, Hootsy! Oh, we have to have the greatest party.
3 more days, you say?
Yes, and it's about a 3-day travel to get there. So you'd have to leave down?
Three.
There's a little bit of a problem.
Ah.
Do you know about this?
Yeah, no, I used to work at the
Oh, that's great.
I mean, it was just it was a temp gig, you know. I was down on me luck. It was before I met you, Frosty. And so then, obviously, that'd be before I met you, Crammy.
I don't think you've ever mentioned it in the years we've been together.
Oh, that's where Hoochie and I met. That's where we first got our inseparable bond. She was just this big.
You've never called it the Witchlight Carnival in all the stories you've told. You just said the carnival.
Oh yeah, well because I kind of took Hoochie. I'm not sure if it was like, oh hey, take this owl bear. I'm like, come on, Hoochie, let's get out of here.
Well, the last time I visited...
Harley Quinn! She just reset my whole computer. Please hold. You are trifling! Yeah, you get your cat. Get your kitten. Heck! This is why we have dual streaming. Not this, but it's a plus to it, okay? When shit like this happens. Yeah, go get your kitten.
Upon a witchlight hour, the sleeping
No! Ah! Ooh. I don't remember watching that one. Okay, that's YouTube Studio. Where's Twitch? Where's the Twitch one? Give me Twitch. Okay. Sigh. I'm glad you're laughing.
Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't. I'm blind.
Laura, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. You guys just missed my cat restarting my PC.
Only soup. Means there's only soup. Well, then get out of the soup aisle. All right, you don't have to shout at me. There's more soup.
This is
What do you
me
mean
yelling
there's
at my
more soup?
cat.
Just more soup. Going to the next aisle. There's still soup. Where are you right
I'm
now?
at the soap store.
What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup. What store are you in? I'm at the soup store. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you!
I really do need to change that. I no longer like it as my raid story. 2 or 3 peeps dip out for the raid. Ah, that's okay. That's okay. They probably didn't want to watch me doing CC. Although they missed very compelling.
queen stirred in.
We've been listening to a Feywild D&D campaign called Once Upon a Witchlight. It's absolutely fantastic. But you just missed. Oh, we're in an ad already. This is Bukkake. Let me give a shout out. Do a shout out to Okay, welcome back, everybody. That's totally okay about Raiders dipping out. It still counts. You missed the fun of my kitten restarting my computer. So we just got back. Like, the live didn't end, obviously, because like my live is hosted on my laptop. So just my main PC restarted. And unfortunately, because my main PC restarted, the Once Upon a Witchlight
in her tower and through Grand
totally like reset. Oh Lord, hold on. I gotta mute this. Chat's about to pop off here. Let's mute it for 3 hours. Yeah, because it's about to pop off. I see all the girls chatting. All the girls are chatting. Okay. Let's get that up. We gotta pull mods back up. Mods, interactions, traits, traditions, aspirations. Gotta check on your shun, but I shall be lurking. Sounds great. You will have a fantastic
a month.
By the end of the month, not even a month.
D&D one
Even
listening.
with a high paying, with even a high paying.
Episode 48? What? What about episode 48? Huh? Yeah, we're on one. It's one right here. Episode 1. This is 1.
Job, we wouldn't be able to work the number of hours.
Firstly, the rat's eyes go.
You know. So, okay.
I need you all to roll a perception check.
Oh no.
No, probably not. But
well,
it says
now
it
I
on
know.
It's very clear that this was an old man that wrote that.
One for Lucy.
Is par free?
We swung by the job board this morning and.
Grand adventures. I've accumulated millions of gold.
You Tom, never mind. Give up on your dream, you're terrible.
When I visited, it was owned by 2 shatter.
So, would you be able to help us get?
She is sorely missed.
Okay, we'll leave off right here. This is it.
It
Okay,
definitely
here we go.
sounds
All right.
interesting, and I mean, I've heard of the Feywild. I've never been. Would you know how to get us there, or could you at least, point us in the right direction if we were to,
There we go.
take on this task?
Frost, have you ever been to the Feywild?
I've never been to the Feywild. I actually,
Okay.
there are many planar locations which I'd like to journey.
I've never been to the Feywild either.
Have you ever been, Gideon?
Don't look at me. I'm not been to fucking Feywild. I don't think.
I think I've
Hoochie,
been.
have you ever been to the Feywild?
Once or twice.
Oh, you're being a little coy. Very interesting.
So, would you be able to help us get there?
All right, let's see.
Actually, as fate would have it, the Witchlight Carnival is in town.
The what?
The carnival.
The Witchlight Carnival. It was created by Zybilna as a way for mortals to enter Prismere if they wanted to beseech her for her help.
Has it already been 8 years? Hoochie, have we been together for 8 years? Wait! When does it come?
It's been here for 5 days.
There's a carnival here in Agway.
It has 3 more days left. Well, it's out of town.
Oh my gosh, it's almost your birthday, Hoochie! Oh, we have to have the greatest party.
3 more days, you say?
Yes, and it's about a 3-day travel to get there, so you'd have to leave soon.
3.
There's a little bit of a problem.
Do you know about this?
Yeah, no, I used to work at the
Oh, that's great.
I mean, it was just it was a temp gig, you know. I was down on me luck. It was before I met you, Frosty. And so then, obviously, that'd be before I met you, Clemmy.
I don't think you've ever mentioned it in the years we've been together.
Oh, that's where Hoochie and I met. It's where we first got our inseparable bond. She was just this big.
You've never called it the Witchlight Carnival in all the stories you've told. You just said the carnival.
Oh yeah, well because I kind of took Hoochie. I'm not sure if it was like, oh hey, take this owl bear. I'm like, come on Hoochie, let's get out of here.
Well, the last time I visited, it was owned by two Shatterkai, a Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. I believe that they still run it, but they were not the original owners.
Oh.
So if it was a different owner when you stole your owlbear, you should be fine.
Oh, it was 8 years ago. It was the last time it was here.
Well, that was the last time I was there. Yeah. And it was run by a Mr. Witch and a Mr. Light then.
Well, I didn't really meet any of them. I kind of just stayed with the goblins. I was really base level carny, a little bit of beast taming once I earned myself, a little juggling, nothing major. They probably don't.
Well, they have a really high turnaround rate.
Yeah, I guess the benefits weren't very good either.
Well, it's an 8-day gig. I mean, is it 8 days or 8 years?
8 days.
8 days and 8 years, yeah.
Yes.
8 days, and we have 3 to get to them.
Yeah.
So you worked 8 days every 8 years.
Oh no! I worked for a couple of days, and then I made up with Hootsy. It was only for a couple of days I worked there.
You made out with Hootsy?
Yeah, we made. I snatched her up.
Oh, Hootsy.
What?
What?
Everything you sounds
this adorable little girl right here is Hoochie. Oh, actually, I have some carvings that I did of her the day I first found her, and I'll pull out all of these. Oh, you see here, and you're gonna see like a bunch of like wooden tokens fall down, and I've carved pictures.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I taught her how to do her first stylish jig. Oh, she was so good. And look at her little hat. And then this was the time, it was her very first Corn and Corn Alone Day festival. Oh gosh, she ate so many corns, she threw up all night.
Oh, yes. The one you made of us is actually quite
Oh yeah, look, we look really nice together.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed.
Well, hold on. Hold on. I mean,
It's
you have enough.
It's 5:30.
Yes,
it's
we're gonna.
30 minutes past my bedtime.
If we could just stay up for a little while longer, perhaps have a little more coffee. We have a few questions to make sure that we can do what you're asking us to do.
Okay. Let me go the whole line.
My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me where did you sleep last
There's some man singing outside.
That's just Tom.
Tom, you have a very lovely singing voice. Don't give up on your dreams.
He's an asshole.
I'm sorry, I hate you, Tom. Never mind. Give up on your dream. You're terrible.
Oh, well, I have a checklist of all the things I need to tell anyone who wants to take this quest.
Well, I mean, do you have an item on your checklist about the grand reward?
Zabilna is a fairy godmother to Morton. Did I tell you that already?
Yes, I mean, you sort of alluded to it.
What does that mean?
She created the carnival as a way for mortals to enter her domain and beseech her aid.
Yeah, you said that.
Tom, shut up. We're trying to have a conversation. Gosh, man, you're right. He is an asshole. Shut up, Tom.
When last he visited the carnival, when last I visited the carnival, it was... I
You
told
chose
you
this for
that.
yourself. This is your life.
She's in the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Now we got that already. Yeah.
She assumes many forms. She's a statuesque woman, large blonde hair.
Oh, I thought you were somewhere else.
She has a chicken foot tattoo. I can't do the voice anymore. My throat's fucking broken.
Yeah,
Just do morning frost.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yes, that's about it.
So,
Shut up, Tom!
Tom. Do you want me to go? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry!
And he leaves.
You're not that bad. Don't give up on dreams too.
Fuck yourself!
He's kind of a dick.
I told you. Oh, Prismere is a domain of delight. Ruled by Sibilna, who's my patron.
Well, we got that, but
She's been missing for 15 years. Oh, you knew.
Oh, wait, I thought you said she was in the Palace of Harsh Desire. If you know where she is, how is she missing?
She's not responding to my text messages.
Just like Remy was leaving poor Cremy on red.
That's right. Let's not bring that up.
And then he threatened us with murder.
That's it. That was all that was on my notes.
I have many questions, Remy.
All right, are you gonna ask me the questions? Or are you gonna ask him the questions?
Well, I thought you had a pressing question to start with, and then I have following questions.
Oh well, I mean, there's one major question you haven't really gotten. This grand reward here, what is it? What's the nature of it?
I would like to die.
Well, we could help you with that. Is that paying grand reward too?
I pick up a pillow with like a beautiful pug doggo on it. It's looking up with the most cute man with huge eyes.
But I'm also
It's gonna be all right.
playing
It's gonna be
Once Upon a Witch Like while I do it, so they have something
Mr.
to watch.
Rosloff, it's all over.
And it's just funny.
Fine, we'll take
playing
care
it
of your
from the beginning
pixies.
again.
We'll sell your pumpkins for hundreds of thousands of gold pieces.
No, he doesn't actually say that though.
Shit.
I would like to die.
Okay.
And I don't say this to be morbid. I've had an unusually long life thanks to Sibilna. I had friends
my
just
toes are
like
touched.
you, have each other, and went on many grand
My toes are
adventures. I've accumulated millions of gold, as well as a trove of magical items that I would like to bequeath to my predecessors so that I can finally rest. But I don't feel right leaving this earthly plane until I know Sibilna is alright. I'm too old to see to it myself, so I've decided I like this song.
Tom! Hey, Tom! What did we just say? Come on,
Shut
man!
the fuck up!
Gideon, why don't you have a word with Tom?
I'll be right back.
The playlist ended, so it's doing randoms, like similar songs.
Yeah, it's jumping into random.
Yeah, we're probably like monetized.
Oh yeah, almost 10 ways to monetize.
Sponsored by Kleenex.
You did say bequeath with a TH at the end, correct?
Bequeath.
That's right. Yes, thank you.
I don't know. Anyway, I'd like to give my shit to people, alright?
That's very honorable.
We would like to take your shit, please.
And so I...
Do you say millions?
Yeah, did you hear that?
That's just Tom.
We gotta kill Tom.
He's gonna stop us from literally getting money.
I love this song.
Well, he stopped
I
singing.
forgot how funny the first episode was.
No.
Oh, he's a devil on that banjo, old Tom.
I thought you hated Tom.
Yeah, he's a right old asshole, but the boy can play. Anyway. Yeah, I want to give my everything I've got. I want to give it to someone who can use it. Someone who can do good.
Yeah. We can do good with your millions of gold and a trove of magical items. Let us be the ones to help you pass on into the ever after, with no guilt on your conscience, with reunited with your amazing patron Sibilna. Let us be the ones. It would be an honor for us to take this on.
I actually agree. Yes, it would be an honor.
Absolutely.
Wait, do we go to just killing this guy? Is that what you're saying?
No. We're not going to kill him. We're going to make sure that his loose ends are tied so that he can pass away with grace and dignity.
Did I tell you about where Sibilna's palace is?
Yeah, the Heart's Desire or something.
Palace of Heart's Desire in the Domain of Delight. It actually sounds.
Yeah, it's called Prismere.
That's on the poster.
You're punching people to death this time, okay? Well, I don't know why that's always your first thing.
No, I
You're
just don't
gonna
dare to
need
scoot
to
into
go to the carnival And there is some way in the carnival to get to Prismere. I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to do it. And so you will have to figure that out, unfortunately, on your own.
Have you been to Prismere yourself?
No.
Fuck is this?
Where's is the Witchlight Carnival setting up out in the swamp?
It's about 2.5 days. 2 days. It's a walk from here.
3 days.
Oh.
No, the carnival leaves in 3 days.
The bottom of her ribcage.
You have to get there by the final night.
Now, I don't want to seem insensitive,
gotta
but
be part
if we're
of the fair.
taking even a 3-day journey, you seem like you got hours left.
For what?
For life.
I want to go to bed.
It doesn't look that bad, kid.
Don't go gently into that good night. You have so much to live for. What
She's
this
got
novelty
X-ray- look at this,
plaque
she's got
as a
X-ray
gift.
fucking
I
vision.
smell old people.
She, like,
Oh,
she
that's
sees
just
your
me.
hand. She's a super kid. Yeah, you had super
What's
dog,
his name?
right? Superman, super
Tim
boy.
Jambalaya?
Now you have super kid.
Oh, very charming. You have so much to live for. Just hang on,
Only
Spencer.
superpowers
Spencer
see
fan?
through
Spencer.
shit.
He's
No.
always sending those gifts.
Yeah, I do recall.
No, it was
Spencer.
you could look kind of like you, just older.
Dude, oh my god, it'd be fucking
Is he your brother?
funny
You don't mean
to hear her.
you don't mean Dr. Etouffet.
Yeah, that's the boy.
That is my brother.
Which
Kermie. Yeah, he told me his name was
He
Kermie.
told you his real name. Wow.
Either that or I saw it.
Or maybe
let's
you
go
peered into his
Mario
mind and saw it. Yeah, usually he likes to, use
Most
his
recent.
Etouffet moniker, but
I
that's
got
right.
that from him. He said it was magical.
It is.
No, he's a bad liar.
It's the magic of aging gracefully.
Mandrick, let me ask you one more question, and then I will let the rest of my crew ask you more questions.
It's 5:45.
The steps. We're going to the carnival.
Yeah.
We're gonna find our way into the carnival.
Yeah.
We're gonna find our way into Prismere.
Yeah.
We're going to find out the current fate of your
Zabilna.
Yeah.
of Zabilna, and then we're going to return
Sai
here.
says hi, Eric.
Yeah. With proof.
With
I just spit all over my
not just
mustache.
proof, but we're gonna have to find a way back here,
Yeah.
and then we're going to have to. Do you have a message for her? Is there anything we should be saying when we see her?
No.
No message.
If you write her a letter, we could pass it to her.
Oh. All right.
Hey, Gideon, would you just peek out the window to make sure Tom's not sitting back up?
Oh, fucking Tom, there he is.
Why don't you step outside for a little bit? Just a stand at the door. Tom will run away.
Oh, issue him a gentle reminder.
Oh, Nuit Blanche.
What?
We're gonna be here till Nuit Blanche.
Oh. Is that
He's
soon?
writing, and we're gonna have a message to deliver. At the very least, it'll be our halfway moment when we start walking out of the woods, so to speak.
Well, I hope you're right. I'm sure there's a lot he has to say. I mean, if you want us to come by, oh no, I guess we can't wait till the morning. We gotta head out right away.
Oh, wait, Hoochie, you have been into Feywild. I guess you would be from the Feywild if I
Oh,
got
thank you.
I got you there. How about that?
Now, this is just a sign that says antiques made daily. Oh, you wrote on the back of it. You wrote on the back of it. I see it. I see it. Very, very nice. I will keep this close to my person. Thank you. How can we prove to you when we return that we've delivered this message?
That's part of your quest.
Well, but surely she has perhaps a code word that she would tell only us.
No.
Well, we'll find that proof.
All right. Well, do you mind if we get this in writing that
I need to
if we
switch.
successfully do this,
I have to sneeze.
I could provide a contract that you could just sign if that would help.
Yeah, please.
Oh,
And I'll snap
It's
and
stuck in my left nose.
there'll be like a burst of almost shadow.
I love you.
And a filled out contract
stuck
will
in my left
appear in
nostril.
the air, floating with a line and an X next to it. And I'll
My
reach into
headphones
my
hurt
jacket
my
and I'll
ears.
pull out a a nice carved bone pen that
Good
has a
night.
feather on the end of it.
Good night.
If you just use this to sign.
This is horrific.
Check on my baby.
It might hurt a little
downstairs.
bit,
I might have
but
to go down and
just sign quick.
feed them real quick.
Oh, the arthritis.
He signs. You can hear his wrist creaking as he signs his name.
It sounds like a tree falling over in the forest. That is a nightmare.
As he signs his name, you'll see that it's been...
Oh! God, arthritis.
You'll see that it's in red ink, but it's actually his own blood.
It wasn't the
Thank you,
blood that
friend.
bothered me. I've got the beatus.
And you see as he pricks his finger and does a test.
Why does that contract smell like pumpkin spice?
Yeah, I'm taking away the combat tonight.
The contract will roll up in midair, and you'll see it sort of seal with a magical stamp of a skull with a top hat, and it'll sort of vanish in a puff of shadow. Thank you kindly, friend.
Yeah. And so you obviously want the down payment to start.
Obviously.
He rifles through. He's got this cute little crocheted purse on his side, and he opens a little button and he rifles through, and you see that there are like 3 or 4 pairs of bifocals. He's got a pair of mittens. There's another coffee mug in there. An old wallet that appears to be empty. A picture of a really, really sexy older lady. And then there is an envelope that seems to be filled with things, and he
I'm sure just half a million or a million gold pieces to start would make.
It says rewards for quest open, and then with an arrow pointing to the back, and he looks and he turns it around and he opens up the envelope and he starts rifling through.
There's a bag of beans.
Oh. I love beans.
You are much too short for this, young man.
Cloak of displacement.
Gosh, you're like all the girls from high school.
He looks towards you.
Got babies playing.
Some letters.
And he looks towards you and gives you a bag of 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, this is I think we might have just gotten all of the gold we need.
Oh wow, that's probably a bag of
We'll count it when we're back.
I just did a quick math, Frosty. I've been
I think we are going to
All right, friend. Well,
pause here
just point us in the
for
direction of the carnival, and we'll start on my way
evening. I
right
do have to
now.
go down and feed the littles.
Did I give you the letters?
Yeah.
Got a bottle
Yeah, go
feed.
and get me
My 2
reading material.
littlest.
Can you read,
And I have to get
Sonny?
everybody else's.
Find out, I guess.
I hope so. Well, with that,
Food topped
I
off
think
for
that I would like to go to bed now.
nighttime.
Well, friend, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Make sure they're all set for the evening.
I can't have
We
you
got
leave yet.
a
boy.
decent
You're not going to
chunk
be able to get into the carnival
done
without
today.
bees.
These.
I like that we got like
Mind if wow.
Whoa. These
Wow.
are nice tickets. Where do you think they
kind
make
of
these from?
these
If you try and get into the carnival without a ticket,
these aspirations.
there are lots of horrible things that can happen.
The
So you make sure you keep that on you.
I think I got the foil version. This is very valuable.
done.
No, it says
I
second.
kind of wish these ones weren't in like
Oh shit, it's
folders.
beta.
You know, I don't appreciate that we run
In
our
fact, we
way
might just
to lay
really
low
quick do this.
after failing as carnival workers, and this
I
carnival
think we
comes
will.
into town
We're
and
just
shows us up,
really quickly do this.
even in the quality of their tickets.
So it doesn't
I
make
mean, this
sense
is
that
just
they're like
this is beautiful.
You know what, Cremmy? And don't take this the wrong way.
folders.
The one thing that I never did get from the Witchlight Carnival was an IOU.
Oh, thanks, Rika. That helps.
really.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what the point of that was, but you know, I think
What are the
It's not
markings on this thing?
Hoochie was not happy there, so Hoochie loved Carnival crew. You love dancing.
It's little details like this why we ultimately collapsed and fell into such bankruptcy.
Yeah, what were our tickets like?
That and that fucking account.
Jesus Christ,
We're just gonna let you do it.
Oh my God, when are they gonna shut up? Leave!
I've got a holographic ticket.
Well, goodbye, Pixie ladies. It's been a pleasure to meet you. We look forward to seeing you in 8 days plus 3.
The time flows differently in the Feywild. So, hopefully you will have more time than you need and not less.
Even better. If assuming then we don't do it the other way, then everything's gonna be just fine with the remedy.
Oh, yes.
We'll be back soon. We will find the building, we'll bring it back, and we'll all have pumpkin pie together.
Thank you for these beans.
Yeah, for these letters.
And for the pie, thank you, and the chantilly cream, and the custard, nice touch.
You're welcome.
He pets you on the head.
So now all of the aspirations are like this.
Oh, thank you.
It looks like a lot.
Tom, you can come back for your serenade.
Fuck off!
Tom, the
I think he just,
aspirations.
can you just break his arm as we leave?
Just a little.
I can do that.
Just one half, not all.
Yeah. Just a little.
Go back.
No compound fractions this time, all right?
Yeah.
Just so we can't play the banjo for a little
Wait,
bit.
what's a con? Is that when you see the bone?
It's when it spirals.
I don't mean to be rude, but can you get out of my house?
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Can
night.
you say thank you to the nice man? Hold on, who's just gonna say thank you? Oh, that's how she says thank you. Oh, you're so polite.
Good night, puppy.
And you're not supposed to
Petsutsy
delete
and
like the
shambles upstairs to his
this
bedroom.
stuff.
Good night, friend.
Good night, Mr. Roslov.
Well, good night.
All right, friends.
Because I've got a witchlight ticket.
So we're standing
We all
outside.
do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Is that genuine Displacer Beast Hide?
Oh, yeah, I don't know why it gave it to me. Yeah, here you go.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Do you see this?
Can you, like, make that? Is that, like, part of your thing? I mean, it's
see
kind
it?
of trippy.
Yeah, you see that? It is Displacer Beast. They are able to refract the light, and they are able to appear as if they are standing further away than they are. It's incredible.
Is this a bag of beans?
Yeah, it's a bag of beans.
This one
So,
we're gonna keep
There's, like, a benefit to wearing, I
in-
guess. You're probably harder to...
because this
Oh, yes,
is like
yes, yeah. Oh my good, look
a
at this.
bajillion.
It's pristine.
So we're gonna keep
Very
this one in
nicely
its
done.
own little folder.
Well, given that,
The rest of
you're
these
the only
can
one
just
that
be
can,
like
like,
this.
patch us up, why don't you keep that on yourself?
That's fine.
Well, I'll fold it up, and I'll need to make sure
So this one can go back in the
commune
mods
with
folder.
the Displacer Beast spirit to make sure
Now
that
we'll
it's
get
all
this
right,
one.
and I will thank it for its sacrifice to keep us safe.
And
And then I will
again-
put it on.
Grimmy, you know the way?
This one is like
You do. Just, he told you.
bundled, which I'm
he
assuming
never
it
told
means
us
merged.
Well, we're gonna have to go back
So
inside,
eventually
wake
we're
them
gonna have
up.
to, like-
We only have
Another
3 days,
slice of that
Grimmy.
pie.
Just
Go
give me 1
in
second.
and-
Knock, knock.
You see as he shambles to the door,
Wake
he
up.
opens it, he's in
Wake
a
up.
dressing gown, the same
am I
slippers, a little
sticking on
nightcap.
Oh, there it is.
I'm so sorry to get you out of bed. I feel terrible, I really do, but we left without asking you the most important
Did I put
thing.
SWS
I must have
traits in
forgotten to
there?
ask. I definitely didn't
Ooh,
ask
hold
you
on,
at least
there's a
5, 6, or 8
SWS thing in
times. Which way to the carnival,
Ooh,
friend?
all of this stuff. These are all
Towards Bog Blossom.
I know exactly where that is.
Oh, let me go.
These are all traditions.
I think that was common.
Oh. Are you sure? I mean, that sounded like it was important. And I hate to get you out of bed again.
He's gonna hand you a postcard that just says, "Welcome to
These are
Ogway."
all
This woman, this really nice lady named Susan, keeps coming by and giving me this stupid Watchtower magazine.
Is that a deep cut, Rich? Is that a deep cut?
It's Jehovah's Witness magazine.
It sounded like a deep cut.
Yeah. Wait, is that true? The world's gonna end? Oh no! We gotta hurry!
And I she's part of that Church of the Blind and Light. Oh yeah, she wants to hear him.
Wait. Oh, she actually.
And there's an S.
This wasn't all a bit.
Huh?
What does it say, Gid? You can't read, right?
Well, I'm trying to figure it out right now. If you'd let me think on it.
All right,
Just
take them.
You can do it! I give you guidance. As you see a little wispy, you'll see a wispy spectral, I don't know, what's like a smart monster? Actually, no, for you it'll be a rust monster. And a little beetle-like thing will swirl around you very quickly and then zip back.
And I'll touch your shoulder and you're gonna be fine, Gideon. And I give you resistance.
Well, suddenly these words are just jumping off the page. Since when boycott the carnival? Since when is the Carnival of Delight owned by damned Shadar Kai? Question mark. This place is crawling with evil! Exclamation mark. Protect our community and send this wretched place back to the Shadowfell. Well, that's weird.
Rude!
Oh.
That's not very nice
May
at
I
all.
see that?
Oh, I thought she was really nice until she gave me that.
No, so people, I guess, don't like this carnival?
I don't know why people don't like Shadar Kai.
Well, I mean, I guess it's a similar thing for every time we showed up. There was always people who was like, oh, these people are corrupting the youth and scamming us out of all of our money.
Keep finding more and more
making
stuff.
us gamble and drink.
Would you do me a favor?
Another one.
I'm giving you everything I have, Sonny.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna
Keep
put
doing
you in
anything.
soon.
I don't know how you
Gideon will do
organize
anything
this shit.
for
I just
you.
throw it in
Ask
and
your
pray.
I saved this.
That's why we're taking a whole
Because I
week.
always wanted to be the
That's why we're
Witchlight
taking an
Monarch.
entire week because this
But
is
I
what
don't
I did.
think
I
I'll
just
ever
threw it
get back
in
to
and I
the carnival.
prayed. And now
Could you do
I'm
your
like,
best to try and
I
be
mean,
the
it all
monarch
works.
this
It's
year?
not that it's broken.
They
I mean,
crowned it on the
it's
very
broken
last
because
night.
the
Oh,
game
yeah.
updated, but like
you can
it's
sit on
just
the
driving me up a
throne.
wall.
Be a monarch, a real one.
Oh, like an actual.
So now I want to
king?
organize it.
A queen?
The mod folder itself
I mean, sure,
isn't
friend.
that
Yeah, we
bad.
can try our best.
Why don't you
It's
take
when
this?
you get into like build by, and build by isn't even that bad. Like for the most part, build by is pretty
wow.
okay.
Who will be crowned
It's,
our Witchlight Monarch?
You know, I really
It's
wish I
cast
paid
that's
attention.
like
and
destroyed
always-
right now.
The door.
It's the cast folder that releases it.
A massive latching
So.
bolt.
My
Gosh, we have
game
to
never.
do the
We have
monarch.
issues though. All these people having their games going through
Well, I mean,
Alien
Sit on
Hardware,
the
and mine is
throne,
just
be a
fine.
real
Mhm.
monarch.
He didn't say he'd
Yeah,
give us anything
my game
extra
doesn't
for
have
it, but if you
issues.
Oh my
try,
God, just so nicely.
Wait,
Hootie, you're gonna be the monarch. You're gonna be a little
I just want it to
pretty
be like.
princess.
Well, who knows? Maybe we get something.
I want my folders to be
We'll
more
have gold.
organized for
Maybe we get
myself.
something for being the monarch.
So.
Oh, like, instead of those 2-bit carnival prizes that we gave out, maybe like some legitimate, something of value.
Remy, did you just
But yeah,
give
I wasn't
directions
having
to
any
where we need
issues
to go?
before.
Fuck.
It was working just fine. I just want to organize them for my own sanity. Especially this. If I could just organize my cast folder,
It's like the Northwest.
my life would be set. Because everything else is pretty organized. I am like a head at the bottom of my screen. Sigh!
Well, let's make
You're
our way.
supposed
I
to
wanna
tell me when
discuss.
I've just
Think
become a
about how to
floating
become
head.
monarch.
I'm sitting on the floor, Sigh.
Their eyes look dead.
You're
It's a
supposed to
nightmare.
tell me
Do I know
so I
the
can
Church
come
of the
rejoin
Blind
the
Light?
world.
Have I heard of
Sure.
It's
Now I look
interesting
like a
that
human
this
again.
Church here
I'm not
is,
just a head on the
kind
floor.
of boycott. I wonder if they intend to
I'm
bring
on my
violence
phone. Everything
to
is
the
tiny.
carnival.
I've only heard the name. What else can you tell me about this Blinding Light Church?
I mean, they're a small church in Ogway. I don't know much more. I know that.
Yeah, I have
it's
my
religion
cast folder
worship
and my
up
build
down
by
the
folder.
coast. It's the Foltis religion, right? Yeah, they worship some god
Yeah,
of
that's how I do it too.
truth and law and.
If you guys
light.
ever see me, like where my head is
they're
literally
very
on the bottom of the
pious.
screen,
So,
if you go into the channel points,
I've heard
there's
of other
literally a
carnivals coming
channel
down much
redeem
worse
for
fates
one
than we did, so
simoleon
hopefully
that says your
they don't
chair.
tend to
It's
bring
to
us into
tell me
trouble.
that my head is like on the bottom of the screen and you can't see me.
All right,
So that
well,
tells me like, hey,
follow me.
lift yourself up. Do you further divide by creator?
We should
No.
try to get
So
there as
that's the
quickly as
whole
possible.
purpose of this side.
This
That's
is
why
quite
this whole
treacherous
week is
terrain.
mods and
It'll be
CC
through the
week.
swamp most of the way, so
Because we're gonna
we'll go
organize
as fast
this
as we
shit.
can, but we may have to swim, wade, climb over roots,
We're gonna organize everything.
trudge through muck,
So,
grime. So
yeah, we're gonna
y'all
organize
ready?
everything.
I can't believe our good fortune.
I didn't divide by creator.
I'm
I
happy to do
divided
all
by.
those things. Should
So originally, I divided
Mr.
by,
Roswell
like,
telling the truth. Good grief.
The job.
No,
paid
so
off.
when I divided, I divided by
mean, it's like,
clothes,
this is our present,
defaults,
right?
eyebrows,
Understand?
hair,
I mean, what are the
lashes,
odds that
makeup,
something fall into
skin
our lap like
details,
this?
tattoos,
Illogical, but
and then I had one called
let's see
unsure.
this
And
to
then
its
within
conclusion. I have a good
clothes,
feeling.
I had
Good.
accessories,
So
tops,
if we make good, can't
bottoms,
back out.
That's why you're here.
shoes,
All right.
so on and so forth. But you can tell right now,
Slay mind the pumpkin.
I had
Maybe
full
you'll
body.
Get a little help from the my friends on the
I
other
mean,
side.
so now you can see I'm trying to get
And I
back
will try
into
to
like
commune with the primal
doing it
spirits that help us to
by
swamp.
The urge to smash
creator.
pumpkins is overwhelming.
Smashing
But
pumpkins.
like,
does that manifest in
So-
any way?
and then same with all the others. I was trying, like, so I tried to break it down that way and Cass.
You
So
took
I was
one
trying to like be
last
organized.
look
I was
at
just kind of doing it my
Madrick's
own way, you know.
house. Did you read the letters?
But
No, it's
Okay. You
Yeah, so
you
give
take
me-
one last look at Madrick's house as you make your
Give
way
me, like,
along the winding path off of his property.
10.
And Cremmy
I
is in
don't
the
know.
lead as he is.
It's already
guiding
midnight.
you
We're gonna call it
back
good.
Into
Nope,
the swamp
I'm gonna call it
towards,
good.
What he believes
Because it's
to be
already
Bob
midnight and I have to wake up through the
And
night
at
to
first,
feed to
you
bottle feed the
notice
babies.
nothing strange.
We're gonna call it good for tonight.
But as you continue further
We're
in,
gonna call it good
Cremmy,
for
you
tonight.
begin
I already
to
said
notice
that.
these are not the cypress trees you remember. These are mangrove trees. The roots are larger. The
Where are we
swamp
at in
water
this? Hold
is
on, I want to find a
murkier.
good spot to
And it
stop.
almost has an incandescent
I'm gonna
look
listen.
to it,
Hold
almost as if it glitters and sparkles, and almost like an oil slick kind of look to it as it moves. You begin to listen, and all around
I
you,
wanna
the
go through
noises
the
of the
mod
swamp
chunk of this. I
are
wanna get the mod
similar, but different.
How far in? We're
almost as if
we're about half. We're a little over
almost as if
halfway.
they are. The sounds are heightened, in a way.
We're a little over halfway.
And you begin to look for some of the waypoints that you would.
By the way,
normally
if you
look
guys
for,
want to
the
watch this on your
landmarks
own, if you
that
like
would mark
it,
your path, and you realize
it's called
that
Once Upon a Witchlight.
don't
You can go watch it
see
on
any of those
YouTube.
landmarks.
It's also, if you don't want to watch the video itself, it's a podcast. You can go look it up on Spotify, YouTube Music. I even think it's up on like Apple, whatever Apple Music is, whatever that's called. Wherever you listen to. A mosquito bit your hand? That's rude. A mosquito. What the fuck did I just say? Wherever you listen to your podcasts, it is a podcast as well. So you can go listen to it. Once Upon a Witchlight, even if you've never been interested in D&D, they play it like a role play. So even if you know nothing about D&D, they play it in a way that doesn't make you feel like you're listening to a D&D campaign, because they're just like, they tell it like it's a story, you know? It's just so good to listen to. It's so much fun. It's like a story. It's so good. And granted, right now it really is like a story, because they haven't started actually playing D&D. Like, as they get into it, they're going to start, like, doing their, like they'll, they'll start their, like, actually using the dice. They'll start battling. They'll start, all those kinds of things. So it'll be a little bit more obvious in combat. It'll be a little bit more obvious later on, but this is the beginning of it. So right now it is kind of more like a story. They're setting the scenes, they're all of that kind of stuff, but it's so good. Oh, And it just gets so much better. Oh, it's so good. There are parts later on where I have actually like full on cried. And I've like screamed. Like audibly, like I sound like Eric, okay? I have sounded like Eric. I've sounded like my husband. This has pulled emotion from me and made me sound like my husband. Okay? That's how strong and how like it's how captivating this is, okay? It's so good. It's so good. These guys are truly, truly amazing. They're so good. And they have other campaigns they do. Like right now they have The Edge of Midnight. I haven't watched any of it because I don't know, I'm in love with like the characters from Once Upon a Witchlight that I'm like not ready to see them as anything but Frost, Gricko, Cremy, and Gideon. And like obviously they're like not those characters, you know? But this one's a folk horror D&D campaign. And that's like kind of exciting because it's like horror. It's spooky and scary. So I'm excited to get in that one. And this is the finale. So I think, isn't it? Yeah, season finale. So like it's the final one. Oh, we have an ad starting. So I guess I'm gonna say goodnight, guys. It's perfect time right before the ad starts. So we're picking this up tomorrow. What I said, 4 p.m. I promise I will try to be on time so we have more time to actually do stuff. I just have to get my routine down with the kiddos. If I can get my routine down with the kids, 4 p.m. It'll be a lot easier. But I love you all. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow at 4.